of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
Big ups. How are we doing? Everything working. The mic is on. We're live. I'm early. 15 minutes early to be exact. How's everybody doing? Like that? Usually I'm late. Y'all talking about, oh, Jacob, you're late. What happened today? What happened today? But, apologies for kicking that off early. I saw Footy Judge Mo hit us with the redirect, and some of y'all still hanging out. So big ups to those of you who are still here from the Footy Judge Mo raid. Kicked it off early because he ended his show early. And, you know, I saw some people wait, and I didn't want to make everybody wait for too long. I'm not that kind of gentleman. Plus, I had the time to start early. I was just sitting back, relaxing, listening to some music, getting mentally prepared for Aston Villa as much as I can be. Obviously, I did also schedule the watch along, so that'll be tomorrow. Aston Villa versus Tottenham watch along. 7 a.m. kickoff. Daylight savings begins in America, unless you're in Arizona. But daylight savings does begin, so it's at 7 a.m. for me. But you know what? Fuck it. We ball. We're going to do our thing. You already know that. But first and foremost, I'm showing you the nitty gritty. What is that? What a rookie mistake. What a rookie mistake that was. Oh my goodness. See, this is what happens when I start the show early, y'all. I just get all turned around. Speaking of turned around, guess who turned around and gifted a membership? Big up to 7SC, gifted One United Spurs of America membership. Who did that go to? The Football Corner. Zod the Fraud got gifted a membership. I'm gonna hit the group chat and let him know if he's not here. I just texted, said, Zod, you got gifted a membership. Big up 7SC. How are you doing? I think I saw your first comment said, "What's up, Jacob? What's up with you? How you doing?" Hopefully you're talking to me nicely. Chewy's here. I'm here. I got my drink. I hope you got your drink. Happy Saturday, episode 167. And we look forward to Tottenham Hotspur playing in less than 24 hours. So I hope y'all are doing well. Great. Sod replied with a Kai Havertz meme. So big up 7SC for gifting that membership, making the family just that much bigger. Not sure when I'm going to do the members hangout for the month of March, but it will be soon. Maybe we could do it there in the middle of the month, and maybe we can even sneak in a second one at the end of the month. What do y'all think? Let me know what you think. But before we keep on going, this is usually where I segue to a guest, but I don't have a guest because even if I did, I told them at 10 p.m. UK, and it's actually earlier than that. So look at how we do things. Much unlike your television, I do not operate on any set schedule. So this is how we roll, you know, kick it off early. And, you know, when I kick it off early, that just means we could do a little bit of a longer show. But let me say what's up to the chat before we keep on going. But big up 7SC for this gifted membership. Hang on, let me get you some balloons. Wait, now here's the balloons. Let me get you some balloons. How about that? That's for you, 7SC, sponsoring tonight's show. I do appreciate that. Make sure the hair look all right. Hey, talk to me. All right, we looking all right. First place prize goes to Teabag. What a lovely name. Dean says Highline versus Highline. Hey, talk to me nicely. 7SC, big up. Mount Everest Hotspur says big up Jacob. Big up Mount Everest Hotspur. If you are around the Mount Everest parts, I don't even know what continent that is. Is it Asia? I think it's Asia. Maybe. Someone tell me in the chat. Tony Rodriguez in Sweden. He's got the Swedish flag, and he's a YouTube chat member. Says, big up. Smash that like and subscribe. Big up, Tony. I appreciate that plug, my friend. Letty, big up. Smash the like button, you people, you frauds, you absolute frauds. Big up, Letty in the house. Nunny's here. My second Plymouth Argyle fan that I've ever known. How you doing, Nunny? Hopefully you're talking to me nicely as well. OTC's in the house. Yeah, Ainge is not the man after that press conference. Levy's puppy. And then says, but it's progress. We will talk about it. We will talk. I got the quote. I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Scott Culver. Hello, Jacob. Hello, Scott. How are you doing? Chris Agambar. Big up, Jacob, and everyone in the chat. Big up, Chris Agambar. How are you? David Calvino. Evening, Jacob, and chat. Big up, David Calvino. Look, that was like 3-4 straight YouTube chat members. And isn't that sweet when the whole chat's filled with the greens? Big up Jeff THFC says, I swear Postecoglou needs to start complaining about these thieving referees. Brentford got robbed today. Thomas Frank did come out and talk about it. He did say, I didn't think that, well, what's his name should have been on the pitch at that moment. Neither did I. Is honestly atrocious. When you look at how Basuma was yellow carded, second yellow card leading to a red card, that should have been the same thing for Kai Havertz. I was actually quite fuming, but I don't want to show that I was fuming because then that gives the Arsenal fans what they're so craving. Fuck them. I don't want to give them what they're craving. Big up Alan Sibley. Big up Alan Sibley. Always good to see you in the chat, my good, long, dear friend. And since you're here, let me make sure I give you this. Boom. Alan Sibley with the moderation. This guy's been supporting the channel since 50 subs on the channel. So big up Alan Sibley. Always good to see you in the house. Hope you are well, my friend. Jeff, I agree. Havertz should not have been able to finish out that game. Ainge needs to call out Levy for his lies and deceptions. We'll talk about it. Jeff, big up. Graham, evening, Jacob. Good evening, Graham. How are you doing? Levy, go. The Tottenham super team plays in less than 24 hours. You're absolutely right about that. Levy, go. I think you're telling Levy, go, like to go on get. What you talking about? To go on get. Big up, hey user. Hey Jacob, how you doing? Hope the family and Chewy are well. We are. We went on a super long walk. It was beautiful. The weather's great. It was a little chilly. My fingertips are still a little bit nipply, but it was absolutely a good time. Always appreciate walking around with my family. I was hoping the walk would be even better with an Arsenal loss, or even I would have settled for a draw, but you know what? The walk was still amazing. I am too blessed to be stressed. I hope you are. I hope everybody who hears this right now, live, playback, whatever, Twitter, whatever the fuck you are, even if you're a bot, I hope you are too blessed to be stressed. I hope life is treating you with the utmost dignity and love. Tanganga, the winner for Millwall, good omen for tomorrow. I did see that. Tangangang. Old Jaffet, hope he's doing well. What's the drink? It is some kind of BAI 5. BAI 5. That's what it is in America. It's like the strawberry lemonade. I'm trying it out for the first time. It's actually kind of good. But, yeah, man, it's a good drink. It's all right. I'm trying to go away from the carbonated beverages, so that way I stop burping on stream. Big up, just a harmless potato. Mr. Happy. Tom Martin says, evening, Jacob and chat. Big up, Tom Martin. How are you doing? AMD. Look, this guy may be a gooner, but he's one of the good guys. Says, big up, good luck tomorrow. I know you're saying good luck through your teeth. You're probably wishing me luck as a person more than you're wishing luck upon my club, but big up to you. Big up, Sod, getting that membership. Yep. I was in his chat spamming the bumblebees, and you know what? You know what them bees did? Do you know what they did?
Is that who you really wanted? You sure about that?
This is what they did. This is not what they did. I'm going to stop playing this. That's what Arsenal did. You know what? We're not watching that. We are not watching that. Big up Just a Harmless Potato using his member chat for 3 months. Big up Potato. Oh, you sexy potato. I had breakfast potatoes for breakfast. Breakfast potatoes with runny eggs. Ooh, with that Old Bay seasoning. It's like these breakfast potatoes. Oh my God, it's so good. But big up Just a Harmless Potato says, Ainge in, Levy out. Big up Just a Harmless Potato. Cal L Agent 47, member for 6 months. Big up. Big up. Cal, re-upping that membership. 6 months. Wow. That's as long as a lot of my high school, not a lot, but the longest high school relationship I ever had was 6 months long. And look at that. We have reached that stage, Cal L Agent. I appreciate the support, my friend, for 6 whole months. You know what? Here's some fucking fireworks for y'all who sponsor the show. That's the YouTube chat members. That's the super chatters and all the people who be gifting the memberships like Nate Pye, like David Shear, Bob Down Under, Chang, all my gang, all the people who make the family just that much larger. Big up to yourself. And real quick, over 110 people across all 3 platforms. That's YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. How are you doing? Hopefully, whatever you're on, you've liked, subscribed, and whatever the shits are, hopefully you've done that. But big up to Yanis Rubelis, and big up to the over 120 people here. 12 minutes into the show, that's quite astonishing. I do think Twitter has bots, so if you are watching on Twitter, just hit a comment or something. Just say hello, say I'm not a bot. That will make me feel better, because right now it feels like Elon Musk and his Tesla bots are watching on the Twitter. There's like 30 of y'all on Twitter. There's no way 30 people are watching on Twitter. I post something on Twitter, I get 1 to 5 likes, 7 likes. That's a great post. Man, that's crazy. But big up Yanis. Big up Jacob Chewy in the chat. Feeling good coming into this match. We are our full 11 for our first time in a long while. Look, there's no excuses. I said this yesterday on El Aqua, and This Is Football. Shout out Hassam and the gang. I said this yesterday that we have our starting 11. And even if Sar is missing, that was still 10 out of the 11. He is nursing a back thing. Something with his back, apparently. But there's no excuse. This is our game to lose. We're going into Villa Park. I thought we were the better team the first time we played them, and then Bentancur got sent off for an injury, and then it all kind of, the wheels fell off, and then we just allowed them to dictate the match. But I think going into this, we should feel as though we are going to win it, because there's no other option, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Big up 7SC gifting another membership. Who did that go to? FAH. Fa. How you doing? Fa. I don't know how to say your name, Fa, but FAH. Hopefully it maybe stands for something, and a little acronym there. Big up to 7SC. That's 2 memberships gifted. Becoming a even bigger sponsor of the channel tonight. Big up 7. 7's my wife's favorite number. And it's also Hyungmin's son. So how can you not love the number 7? Big up Tom Martin, member for 4 months. 4 months member. Smash the likes. Big up Tom Martin. Make sure y'all are smashing. Here's some balloons for 7SC and Tom Martin. Any day now. There they go. There's the balloons. How about that? Big up Tom Martin being a member for 4 months. This is still about average for most of them relationships. I hate how this door be opening. We have the windows open in the house. It's nice and breezy. My door just always opens. Like, really, it's like a buzzkill, bro. Why you opening my door and shit? But big up Sod. Big up Bugs31. Hi, Jacob. Hello. Ian Carter. Evening, Jacob. Looking forward to the Villa watch along. Yes, we will be live and direct here on the channel. Hopefully see you here, Ian. There he is. Hey, you know what? All's fair in love and war, and I was hoping them stupid ass bees would do something. But honestly, whenever you bring on Neil Maupay, your team's going to lose. So that's just inevitable. Thomas Frank, he should be in the bin for that. Bringing on Neil Maupay, that's a total mid player. When you think of mid, you think of Neil Maupay. He's an absolute fraud. Big up James Flower. How are you doing? Dave O is in the house. Big up young Jacob. And well done to Chewy for making it early as well. I had to give him a whole bunch of water and snacks, but we got him here. Jay Kill, that's a new name, but you are a member, so maybe you just changed your name. Nice one, Jacob. Just moved house. I am blessed and stressed. Come on, you Spurs. Big up Jay Kill. Let me know what your member name was before, because I see that. Wow. I don't know who you are, but you are a member. AMD, come on. You Galapagos Islanders. Yes, come on, Galapagos Islanders. Big up to Hugo. Big up Jacob. Waka Waka AA. Come on, you Galapagos Islands. Hey, a lot of love for Galapagos in the chat right now. So dubs in the chat for if you're from Galapagos. El Tel Cocarel. Good evening, Jacob. Good evening, Jose. How are you doing? Minchi's in the house. Big up Minchi. Big up to Minchi every single time. That show was ridiculous yesterday. El Aqua, that was pretty ridiculous. SAR's good to go, says Yanis. Maybe I missed that part. I heard he was nursing a back problem. David Shear, there he is. Good morning. Good morning to all the Australian. Good fucking morning. It's Sunday morning for you. Sunday morning, you're supposed to feel the most fucking blessed. You're supposed to feel brighter than a fucking sunrise on the East Coast. I think, yeah, rises in the East, sets in the West. How about that? David Shear. But it might be different for you because everything's flipped and reversed Missy Elliott style in Australia. But good morning. How are you doing? Y'all having fun? I'm sure you are, all you Galapagos Island bastards. Daniela Zito is here. Hello, Daniela. If Sarr is nursing a back problem, why did he come in versus Pounds, Jacob? Shouldn't a player who ain't fully fit, but Sarr is important to the squad, can't stand Skip and Højbjerg. Look, to me, the more bodies in between Skip and Højbjerg entering the pitch, the better. The better that is for us as fans, the better it is for our squad as a team. But inevitably, if Sarr is not 100%, he's definitely not going to start. It's got to be Bentancur, right? That's my thought. Has to be Bentancur. Gotta kind of redeem himself there, if I'm honest. But big up to David Shear. Big up Min Chi. Biggie Biggs. Neto injured again, hamstring issue and taken out of the game. Don't think we should go for him. That price tag is looking pretty large for a guy limping off all the time. That bastard. But of course he doesn't limp off versus us. Versus us, he puts in a shift, which is actually, that's quite infuriating, if I'm honest. I'm just seeing live now if you can join, bro. There we go. Send that text message. Akshay's in the house. How you doing? He's loving some Kai Havertz. How about that? Hey, enjoy it, because Richarlison went through a purple patch as well, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. I really hope either City or Liverpool win tomorrow. Can't bear to see Arsenal win the league. They won't. They won't. I predict City to win it, if I'm honest. I definitely predict City to win it. That's just number one. Big up 7SC with another super chat. Says, you and Sav have to be my favorite Spurs streamers. Big up 7SC, showing some support, showing some love as well to Sava from the Football Heritage. Big up Sava. He's probably not listening right now, but wherever he is, but wherever you are as well, Seven, big up to you. Hope you were too blessed to be stressed this fine day. I don't know if it's Sunday for you if you're in Australia. Well, actually, this is Euros. So it's not Australia. It is Europe somewhere, but big up 7SC. I think you've told me before, and I might have forgot. And actually, that's quite shameful. That's pretty awful, and I apologize. I should be better than that. All right? So for this super chat, this is what you get. There you go. Big up to Nobbins every single time. You're in Ireland. Big up all the way to Ireland. Hey, I know more people in Ireland. How about that? I know Dave Harris. I know Dermatron. Paddy Hartnett. Of course, Limerick Spurs. That's Ireland. I got three that I'm forgetting some. There's some other beautiful Irish laddie. A good old laddie that I must be forgetting. But Dave, Dermot, and Paddy Hartnett, those are the three that I can think of off the top of my head. I got a lot of Limerick Spurs. Shout out Paddy Hartnett for all that. But big up to Drula. Oh, good to see Drula back. Says, I'm back. Been taking time out due to a spinal injury. Hope all is well, Jacob, Chewy, and US of A chatters. Big up to Drula. Hope you're okay with your back there. Oh, what a treat. What a treat. I just got the text. I'm not going to say who, but he just said, I'll be right there, mate. Oh, should I do water squirt emojis? I'm going water squirt emojis. That's what I'm replying with. I'm replying with water squirt. Because honestly, when he gets here, I'm pretty sure you're going to feel the same way. But big up Drula, sending a lot of love your way. Hope you're doing well. Chewy's well. I'm well. We are fantastic. Hope your spinal injury, hope you heal soon. Lee Smithy Smith, easy 7-3 win tomorrow. Jacob, hey, Lee, I'm definitely here. I'm talking to you nicely each and every time. I know you're here talking to me nicely. I need to put you in the group chat. I'm working on putting together a group that, when motherfuckers want to do come on for halftime, I'll just put the link in there, and whoever can make it can make it. So I'm working on that group, and I'm gonna add you, Lee. I know you're at the game sometimes, but you never know. Look at Saad. This absolute fraud says, send me that B clip. Bro, I'm live, and you want me to send you a B clip? What do you think I am? Some kind of great multitasker? Because I am. There it is. I found the video, and there it goes to him. The absolute fraud. I'm going to say, you owe me. I'm live. I just did this live. You fraud. What an absolute fraud. But big up Lee Smithy Smith. Big up 7SC all the way in Ireland. A good old laddie named Paddy. Something like that. And you're probably not named Patty, but I do know a Patty, so it's not anything offensive. You're close to Limerick. Oh, I don't know where it is, but I do know someone who's there or from there. Yana says, Ange said SAR is fine. Been training all week. Ange planning a fast start this time around. Look, let's get into it. I've been talking for a very long time, saying hello to the sexy chatters. But you know, if you're here early and I'm chatting with you, it means you're fucking sexy. And that means I'm talking to you nicely tonight. Hopefully, you'll be talking. Oh, there he is. There he is. He said he's here. He's watching. Yeah, you bet. Hey. Panda Ball. How you doing, Panda Ball? Good friend. Out there on the East Coast. New Yorker, if I'm remembering, he rides the train, the New York train. Jamie Git, respect to Jacob for not adhering to YouTube's cultural Marxist community guidelines. Fuck it, bro. I mean, I just do what I want, Jamie. I just be me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be sponsoring the channel enough. Fuck ad revenue. You know what I mean? Fuck ad revenue. If y'all out here support me, I'll just be my authentic self. Because you know what? Fuck it. But I'm going to pull these tweets up and we're going to get crack-a-lackin'. But before I can even do that, we've got Panda Ball in the house. Big up Panda Ball. Gifting 5. You know, hey. Here's some 5 membos get you 5 your works. Big up to Quentin Casey. Kloppenheimer. Sounds like a Liverpool fan. Hella. Malcolm MK and Nick Gardella. How y'all doing? Big up the 5 of yous. Dubs in the chat for Panda Ball. Big up Panda Ball. Got to get you on the channel again, my friend, but I forgot. You hit me up on Twitter, right? I always forget about Twitter, if I'm honest, as far as those. Big up Taka. How are you doing, Taka? Hey, I predicted City to win, but I need y'all to win, if I'm honest. Just fuck it, bro. Just keep winning. Just do your thing. Somebody better win that is my only suggestion there. Check Terry Fleur's latest tweet. Oh my God, bro. Everyone's fucking twerking for Arsenal. What is this? Staffy earlier was twerking for Arsenal. Now Terry says, Arsenal's new signing. I'm on loan at Arsenal for the rest of the season. Bruh. He has a whole graphic and everything. Look at Staffy, this shameless bastard as well. He says top red might be gone, but lone gooner Staffy has just arrived. Bro, what is going on with United fans twerking for Arsenal? I know this is a preview show, but what the fuck? What the fuck? Big up 7. Hey, that's 7 gifted members from 7 himself. Did I miss this? No, there it is. Big up Daniela Zito, Shaz Iqbal, Waslam Aslam, Optimus Composite, and Bottom Frogger. If I just read your name, big up. How you doing? You just got gifted a membership. How you doing? Talk to me nicely. Here's some fireworks. 5 gifted, 5 members, 5 your works. That's how that works. But big up to you, 7. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the sponsors. Y'all will, of course, always be getting a shout out at the end of the show because you are the sponsors of today's show. And there's over 110 people watching on YouTube. How are you doing? The question I'm going to ask to the over 100 people here before my guests has arrived, before the show's even started, do you want to see this dog eat dinner tonight or you want to see a dog go hungry? Well, he's not going to go hungry. He actually just ate breakfast. But if 100 likes or the dog doesn't eat, that's that. You know, I've been doing that. And there's also a rule. 150 likes and he gets some of my dinner. Thankfully, last show didn't hit over 150. I mean, I should say, I wish it hit over 150. But last show didn't hit 150. And I had some really amazing Greek food last night. He could have had some. But jokes on Chewy, he didn't get any. Because we only had 100 likes, so he got his regular dog kibble. And there was another show that had 190 likes, And the rule is if we hit 200 likes on YouTube, then I have to buy him a steak, and I'll film it, I'll cook it, and I'll film me giving him the steak. Or I'll save the steak for the next stream, and I'll feed him live on air, and he can eat steak in the background. That's what 200 likes will get. But 100 is the minimum. So, i.e., the minimum I give him will be the dog kibble. So there we are. But big up Panda Ball, big up Seven, big up all the tonight's sponsors. Tony Rodriguez says, Ange Postecoglu on Papa Montesar's recent back problem. Quote, he's fine, he's okay. He's been carrying a bit of a niggle this week. Has been better, to be fair. That doesn't sound 100%, and I don't know if he should be starting. Big up Thomas all the way from Norway. Big up Thomas, Norway. That's Erling Haaland territory. How are you doing? Jagjit here says, love from India. Big up Jagjit and all the folks out there in India. Bader's in the house. Big up Bader. How are you doing? Mary W. Nice to see your lovely hair. Nice to see your lovely face. Good to see you in the chat. Good to see your name. How you doing? You talking to me nicely. See, this is what I'm talking about. When I say talk to me nicely, this is the shit right here, Mary. This is the shit right here. All right? Here's something for you, Mary. Blow. There's some, how about that? Big up to you, Mary. Good to see you. Tucker says, I hope for the win. Very nervous the past 2-3 days. You're playing the best team in Europe, so there's no shame in being nervous when playing them. You are at Anfield. You are missing a couple pieces, but you know what? We might. I still think that y'all might be able to do it. 2-2 draw tomorrow. No, Hugo. No, Hugo. Terry's mad, bro. That's what I'm saying. Get your goat up, Jacob. Get your goat up. What is that? Arteta twerks for Salt Bay. Does he? There it is. Seven says, I want to see the cello being played. Well, if you see me play it, it's not going to be well. But if you see my wife play it, that'd be good. She plays the cello very nicely. I think she actually just got a little side hustle giving cello lessons. How about that? My wife is a hustler. Sorry, I had to fix my food, but the potato is back. Big up potato. Big up Bader. Ramadan begins on Monday. As you know, I like to say salam alaikum, y'all. And to everyone who observes or practices Ramadan, I hope you have a very blessed time. And when you break fast, I hope you break it with the best fucking food. Ooh-wee. Talk to me nicely. Speaking of talking to me very, very nicely, we've got a delightful little treat. We've got such a delightful treat. I see him. He looks confused. He looks apprehensive. Is he concerned? Maybe he's worried about Aston Villa at the Villain Park. But I always say you can't spell Aston Villa without ASS. And that spells ass. But we've got Akuva in the house. How are we doing, buddy?
That's a nice intro. ASS, like and then you bring me on.
That's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Does sound all right. I was confused because I'm trying to sort out my mic and camera at the moment.
Your mic sounds different. It sounds like it's like you have a can, like you're talking into a can. I probably shouldn't have done that gesture online.
This one, the other. Never mind. I'll try and fix it in a minute. Let's see. Does that work?
Oh,
is
that sounded better? Yeah.
Okay. There we go. I've got a few.
That sounds normal.
Here. Yeah. Okay. Normal as it gets, anyway. Yeah.
How are you doing, man?
So I'm doing okay. I was trying to decide whether or not to just sort of lie there in bed and watch some the movie or something. Or Jacob asked me to come on. I suppose I better, really, haven't I?
Well, I was just having a good time blabbering by myself. But there's over 150 people across YouTube and Twitter. And you know what? The numbers are just rising the more that Kuva's on the screen. So, like I told you, when I'm in the UK, if I'm ever in your home, Kuva, if I'm ever so lucky to be graced in the inside guts of your house, I'm going to put a Kuva cam up, and you're just going to have to find it before, or else you're always going to be on stream. But the angle, I guess, might give it away where it is. But look, we're not here to talk about my secret cams I'm going to plant in your house. We're here to talk about Aston Villa.
It's a little bit on the creepy side, isn't it?
No. I don't think so at all.
Okay, justify anything. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. Look,
We are here to talk about Aston Villa, though, aren't we? We need revenge, man. We really do.
Let me ask you a question off the top. Everyone has been saying they want to see Kuti go and get the revenge that we so need. And I say, when you have a recovering addict, you don't say, hey, can you go down to the corner store and buy me some of whatever it was you were addicted to? It's for me, though, because it suits me now. I think it's a little, I don't want him to do it. Let Skip do it. He is not even on the suspects list. Oliver Skip is...
Put him on the pedestal and like leave him alone, and we'll get everybody else to do it. And I mean everybody else.
Okay, I'm cool with that too. Everyone accept it.
Line and just one at a time slam into it. I mean, even the coaches and the backroom staff, just everybody pile in that get in.
Could you imagine Ange Postecoglou just when he come running by, just a little cheeky elbow?
Yes, I can imagine it. It's a happy thought. It really is.
It is a very happy thought. We big up everybody in the chat. I haven't even looked at the poll yet. I haven't even checked to see the likes or anything like that. But there's 89 votes in the poll, and there's 120 people watching on YouTube. So even if you don't want to like the video and support the channel, you can still get your voice heard in the poll. Predictions versus excuse me. Predictions for Spurs at Villa. Tottenham dominate and win at a resounding 45%, Kuva. 24% says lots of goals. 2 open teams will be fun. And then the rest says draw incoming or Villa. Fuck Villa. Either way, fuck Villa. But look, big up Danny Kiriakou as well. Kuva, without giving a score prediction away, because I know you like to give your score prediction in the first 5 minutes of jumping onto a prediction show, without giving your score prediction away, how are you feeling just in general? Like, all of our emotions aside, like team versus team, 90 minutes, Biggie Biggs, best revenge is winning.
Without giving the score prediction away, yeah, sure, I can do that. I think we're going to absolutely thrash them in a 10-goal thriller. Whoops.
Well, hey, you didn't say how many goals dispersed between the two.
But you know it.
10-0?
No. 10-goal thriller. What's my usual?
7-3?
Yeah.
I think that's a good one. That's a good one.
If I'm feeling happy, it's 7-3. That's all that matters. I don't care. See, I'm not bothered about being right on these. Let's just go with the emotion. If I'm in a good mood, 7-3 it is.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. That'd be a 10-goal thriller. I don't even know if that headline would suffice enough for me personally, Kuvan. Because honestly, that sounds rambunctious. Hey, a 6-4?
You really want the 10-0, don't you?
Yeah, a clean sheet would be fantastic.
All 10 goals are Matty Cash mistakes before he goes off with horrific.
Speaking of mistakes, did you see Ramsdale in what everyone's saying is going to be his last Arsenal match?
No, I didn't.
He got an assist. Oh, it was fantastic. There was Johan Vissa pressing him. He receives the ball, and he passes it right to Johan Vissa and goes into the back of the net. It's fantastic. Orchestrated.
Nice.
Fantastic,
nice.
But...
No, I haven't checked any of the results from earlier in the day. I've just been doing things.
Well, good, because I actually was like, I'm going to tune into this Arsenal match. I think Brentford might have a chance here. And it was 1-1 at halftime, and I was thinking, this might be the chick. Come on. And then they subbed on Neil Maupay and proceeded to lose the match, which is a story I've seen before. Neil Maupay on the pitch, and then that team that employs him, they lose. Neil Maupay's a bum. He's a mid player, and when you bring him on the pitch, naturally you're going to lose the game. So, to me, Neil Maupay is the downfall of their...
He's managed to score more goals in his career than I thought was possible. He's got like nearly 100 in his entire career. I had to check. I was looking at the same person, but most of them were in France, to be fair.
And what he does here, at least in England, is he goes to those clubs that are like doing this. They're in the water. Their head's right here. Neil Maupay, we're just trying to keep our head above water, not get out of the mud. Just keep our head above. He said, "Don't worry, I'll be so fucking mid, We will stay right there. Don't you worry.
Hold my beer. Down we go.
Oh man, that's a tough one.
Yeah, he's not good, is he? You think the primary thing for a striker would be to be able to score goals, and he just doesn't seem that sort of player, does he?
United won 2-0 versus Everton. So they're now 3 points behind us. So if we don't get a point versus Villa, we still got to worry about fucking Manchester United.
Yeah,
and
I mean, they played two games more, haven't they?
Is it? Yeah, at this point it's 2. Yeah, at this point it's 2. But I would say this. We get the win, game in hand. Ostensibly, we can still finish above Aston Villa, even if we go tit for tat. But Kuva, is tomorrow a must win for you? Do you think tomorrow's an example of one of those matches where it's truly a 6-pointer? And if we're going to finish in top 4, look, there's so much stuff I want to talk about in regards to what Ange has spoken about. But just, is tomorrow a must win for you?
Nah, it doesn't. It's not that important this season. I think the run into the season, 12 games left, isn't it, including tomorrow? I think it's more important we start looking like the team we want to be. So the sort of the style of play, the chance creation's all happening. If we're not always getting the results, I'm okay with that. I don't think people remember just how bad we were when we finished last season. We were in absolute disarray. No manager, looked like we had no director of football. Star striker about to go out the door, which he did. We were in utter chaos. So just to come back to finish this season off with the same manager we started the season with, which is something we haven't done for a while now, and then trying to find some sort of way we can find our shape again, that would be fantastic. But yeah, I'm chilled with it. I mean, if we beat Villa and we go on to get top 4, all the better. But if we don't, I'm okay. I mean, we've avoided relegation, which was the first thing, and we're at the very start of a what should be a long rebuild. I know we're always saying it, but that's the reality. We're never going to fix this whole mess in one season. So I'm okay with the future. This is just going to be an interesting one. If we do put together a good run of games, and there's some big games coming up, all the better. Let's just find some of our star players, get a bit of form back, have a good feeling about how we finish the season.
Well, Kuva, what I said before you joined, and James Bond, you probably weren't here at that moment, so I'll repeat it for those of you that are here, because the numbers are steady going up the more that they see Kuva's beautiful, beautiful face. I'm not looking for a way out. I said this yesterday on a much bigger platform than this one here. On This Is Football, was I think 700-800 people watching. I said tomorrow's match is Ange Postecoglou's to lose at the end of the day, in my opinion. We're gonna have our starting 11. We were the better side, in my opinion, the first time we played him, but we were not for the entire 90. But we started out the better side. What I want to see is us do that for the entirety of the match, or for just longer than them. That's what I need. I need to win. I don't care about how much. I need 3 points. 3 points tomorrow. A draw doesn't scratch the itch for me. So I'm not looking for an excuse if we don't win. Again, I like to speak of in regards to my expectations as I have none. I still really don't. But I expect to win this game. I'm not, as far as where we end up, I don't have an expectation or a preference. I just want to see, when we go against teams like this, we got to go dominate. They're going to play open. Apparently, our biggest crux is breaking down a low block. And people say, oh, son, he can't break down a low block. Villa's not going to play a low block. And even if they do, they have fucking Clement Longley out there. So, Shirley, but don't call me Shirley. That's enough to get in behind.
They do play a style that should suit us. They really do.
That's kind of where I'm leading to, Kuva. They play in a style that we should go out there and bang some goals.
However, they're also exceptional at laying the offside trap, and we've got players who aren't very good at avoiding it.
That is very true. They got us, what, like 4 times in the first half, the first time we played them, something like that?
Richarlison isn't playing. That's one of the main culprits usually. So
that is, hey, who's your right winger tomorrow? We haven't even done a starting 11 or nothing. Who's your right winger tomorrow?
I think I'll probably start with Decky, even though he's been very underwhelming in terms of attacking. I think he's still the right one to start with. I think Brennan Johnson looks like the sort of player we can bring on half an hour to go, fresh pair of legs, see if he can stretch them that way. Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced with anybody we got for right wing at the moment. That's been part of the problem with the squad this whole season. Brennan Johnson, little signs that he might be able to do something in the future. Got to see a bit of consistency with it. Oh, hell, whoever starts, they've just got to perform, but that goes for the whole of the team. Is Porro even playing tomorrow? I don't know. He was still a doubt, wasn't he, come midweek? So if he plays, that definitely suggests to me we'll be better off with Decky there, because Porro has got the ability to go over lapping when he needs to and provide a bit of width there. But unless
I do have this Ange Postecoglou quote on possible quote selection headache due to Brennan Johnson's recent form on the bench from the bench, says quote, I don't know about difficult decisions. These are easy decisions. The good thing about Brennan is he's contributing. Overall, his year, we've seen growth in him playing in a way that is different for him. They're all in front of me with the opportunity to start or not start. So he kind of left the door open to, hey, you might see him start, you might not. Hey, we're going to have to find out when we kick that ball, or at least an hour before we kick that ball. But Kuva, it seems like Postecoglou is at least impressed. He says the main thing is he's contributing. So regardless, on the bench, off the bench, he wants to see Brennan Johnson contributing. Has Brennan Johnson contributed for you?
For me personally? No,
Yeah,
no.
What a bastard.
There's times when he's chipped in with goals, hasn't he? I mean, that at the end of the day is a contribution. I mean, if to the overall style of play, you'd say probably lacking still. But if you're able to actually craft a goal out of something or create a goal for somebody else, that's doing your job at least. So I think there's potential there. We're slowly starting to see a little bit more of it each time, you could argue. I don't know where we're going to end up with him. He could turn out to be a really good player for us, or he might just fizzle out and do nothing and be one of a long line of dubious signings. Who knows? I like the way Ange has left the door open. It's a challenge to anybody, saying if you do what you're supposed to be doing in training, catch my eye, you get a chance. I like that. You've got to do it. Got to be that way, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I did just see this tweet, and I thought y'all might like this, because it was Women's Appreciation Day yesterday. And while he may not be, how do I say that? He may not be healthy to start or fully fit, but his form and social media, I would say, is top tier. So, Kuva, I don't know if you've seen this, but it's not Emerson. It's a different Brazilian. So it's Women's Appreciation Day, and this is what Richarlison posted on here. Let's do this. This is what Richarlison posted yesterday.
Meu Deus, que lindo! Gente, vem cá,
Like,
vem cá.
oh, he's so cute. Look how cute he is. Look how cute he is. Oh. He said, "Happy Women's Appreciation Day," and I thought that was pretty sweet. What a guy.
Yeah, what a
big shout out to all the
guy.
women out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, big shout out to all the women out there.
Is there a nicer view in life than a pretty lady wearing a Spurs shirt? I don't think so.
Multiple, I would say. You know, what's better than one?
Yeah, okay.
7.
Multiple
That's what I would say.
One shirt or
Oh,
no, never mind.
dealer's choice. How about that? Dealer's choice. That's what I would say. But look, the argument, I guess, for me, Brennan Johnson, is not necessarily in the sense of, oh, he's been so great, he's been so bad. I just think if they're playing a high line versus us, that pace would be something nice to get it, to make those runs in behind that line. They are going to be playing high up. They are going to be open, and they're going to be trying to get the ball back and play their brand of football. Pace might be a good thing to go with, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
over Kulusevski.
Pace is always a good weapon in football, without no question about it whatsoever. I think as soon as you mention the name Clement Longley, you think, just need somebody with average pace is going to skin him alive. Must be one of the slowest centre backs ever. Does Brennan Johnson do it from the start though? That's the question, because he hasn't performed all that well when we started him in the past. I don't know. It's a difficult one, but like Ange says, if somebody let everybody puts themselves in the shop window, he'll just pick who he thinks is right at the time. I don't know. Whichever one works is right, but that's going to you need hindsight for that.
That's true. You know what we won't need hindsight for? The fact that Pedro Porro is officially back per Ange Postecoglou. He's trained with the team. He's now available. Good. He is back. The rest are still in rehab. How does this make you feel seeing this?
Boost.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a massive boost. This is what I call a
better than Emerson? Footballer. Brazil's number 2, huh?
Yeah, one's a footballer and one isn't. Let you guess which is which. That Porro's fantastic. I remember last season that you and I were in the Romero fan club with not too many others in it as well at that point. And I remember being in a very lonely Pedro Porro fan club as well last season. And I stuck to my guns, just said, you just have to wait for him to learn how to defend a bit better, because the bloke's a quality footballer. We've seen that this season. Creativity-wise, fantastic. Can pick a pass. I think he's got more goals in him. I think that's probably the only thing letting him down at the moment. I think he's got a few more of those long-range shots in him that could sail into the side netting. Inside the post, that is, not outside. I'm just fantastic. I think he's one of the best players we've got.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that goal in the FA Cup versus Burnley, that was the only reason we made it through to the next round, in my opinion. He's got that bit of magic. It's just, I don't want to see him only unleash it when we're desperate. You know what I mean? And in that Burnley match, we were desperate for somebody to do something. And he did. So that's very nice. And, I think his defending has improved throughout this season. When we first started, Brentford and Manchester United found a lot of joy down his side. Now, the second time we played Manchester United most recently, they also found a lot of joy down his right-hand side. But I think a little bit of that reason why there's not enough help on that right-hand side is his defensive abilities were a lot worse when Brennan Johnson started. When Kulusevski was there on that right-hand side with him, he tracked back more and was more astute in helping Pedro Porro and covering that space that Pedro Porro leaves him behind naturally as an inverting fullback. So for me, it's a little bit like, I don't necessarily know that's his defense that's so bad. It's the system pulling him in these positions, and any human, when you're way the fuck up there and then you need to be way the fuck back there, that's a hard, ground to cover. So I sympathize with the fact that down our right-hand side is where a lot of teams find the most joy. Denny Kiriakou says, I was also in the Porro fan club from day one when so many fans slated him. Good morning, Lamont. How are you doing? Good morning, Lamont. Look, I see a few people talking about it. So, Kuva, we did a fucking show on it. But it's created, if I'm Elmer Fudd, it's created quite the controversy amongst some Spurs fans. So Fabrizio tweeted this yesterday, I believe it was, and everyone was like, what the hell? It was just Tottenham have a 17 million euro buy option clause for Timo Werner. Postecoglou says, quote, he's been really important. We threw him straight in. He's made an impact, but I think he can get even better, I'm sure. Now, I saw the question go in the chat. They're saying, would you sign? Where are we at with Timo Werner? Where are people? And Kuva, we talked about it in ad nauseum on that Timo Werner, do we buy him show? And you said there would be a whole lot of ground for him to cover in order for you to change your mind from a resounding no. A resounding no, thank you, I would say. Respectfully, no, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen worse. I mean, Brian Hill, for a start, says worse. But I think it's those last little bits that Ange added there that are the key thing. I think he could get even better. That's the key, isn't it? If we buy him because he's improved, that'll be a good signing. If we buy him because he's as he is now and we're hoping he improves, I think that's just another desperation signing. I wouldn't care if either way, if it was only 17 million and we're paying like, fairly low wages and it still keeps the wage structure intact so we can go and buy other players at a bigger value. But we'd be paying a very big wage to this bloke. So he's got to earn it. You can't just have him as a top earner and have another Ndombele in 2 months, can you? So
I agree.
I think risks involved. He's got to earn his wage. That's all it is. If he shows me till the end of the season that he's really capturing some of that old form of his, that's great. That'd be fantastic for the club. I just don't see it at the moment. I
agree with Mrudang.
Kind of on the fence, but I'm more leaning towards nah.
Yeah, I've said I leave the door open for him to do what Ainge says, to be even better. If he can be even better, and maybe he is a suitable option off the bench. There's been a lot of talk about it on Twitter, a lot of quote tweets on this of people really divisive, but Bobby K doing the opposite of divisive as a YouTube chat member, as a moderator, and as a friend of mine and Kuva's. He's super chatting. He's becoming a sponsor of tonight's show. Says, well, good evening, you sexy mofos. Big up everyone in the chat. Much love to all. Off to a dinner party. So just popped in to smash the like button. Bobby K, is it one of those, what is that movie where they have that dinner party? It's Tom Cruise and they're all wearing masks and it's like a secret sex party. And you got to go and say, Eyes Wide Shut? Eyes Wide Shut is what I think.
I was going to say that's one of those Mission Impossible ones I probably haven't seen yet.
No, I would actually pay attention if it was one of those Mission Impossible ones. Well, it's one of actually Tom Cruise's good movies. He has a couple of movies where it's actually good,
Yeah, he gets slammed a lot, but he has been in some good things.
He has. I haven't met him, but when I was working in Colorado in a town called Telluride, there was a gondola that connect Telluride to Mountain Village, and I worked at the very top of that gondola, and I saw him get off his gondola, and I was like, huh, that really small guy looks like he's wearing a Tom Cruise mask. And then someone was like, no, that is Tom Cruise. He has a house in Telluride. He's just here for the ski or for whatever the fuck. And I was like, huh, he's fucking tiny. He about this big. He just with a big old head, big old Tom Cruise head and this little body. And I was just like, the cameras make him look so different. People look so different than what you expect. And he was this big, bro. You get a lot of world leaders like it as well. Prime Minister of France, for example, he's about 4'2". That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot like it.
But big up Bobby K. Make sure you do as Bobby K says. Smash that like button. I did check the likes while Kuva was talking, and I see 75 likes. At this rate, Chewy's not eating dinner. And definitely none of my dinner, and definitely not a T-bone steak. But there we are. He just gets to eat dog kibble. Yeah. It's cold. I turned the fan on high so it's nice and cold, so he shivers too. So he's going to be hungry and shivering. 82, it says from Daniela. Maybe I need a refresh. Big up to 82 folks that have liked the video, and big up to the 117 that voted in the poll. But I'm going to call out the 30, 40 of y'all that voted but didn't like the video. You're absolute frauds. And if I had my way, I would ask you kindly to say, talk to me nicely and hit that like button. It's absolutely free. Big up 86. Big up Daniela Zito. Got gifted a membership today by either 7 or Panda Ball. But big up 7 and Panda Ball as well. Big up Bobby for that super chat. But I want to look at some of the things around the Timo Werner. Look, I'm going to do this. I'm not retweeting it. I'm just going to view the quotes. Because I saw a bunch of things going around. Look, this person says people losing their shit about us signing Werner for 17 million need their heads seen to. He is a great addition to the squad. Has an end product. Okay, whoa, you lost me there. Says has an end product and he's got a great fit with the squad. Yes, we need to improve on him, but you're not finding better for that money. Are you what? Why is this guy first of
if
all,
he
calling
hasn't-
out the people who disagree, and then secondly, being like, he has an end product. That I don't believe that. I don't.
Isn't he contradicting himself as well? Has an end product. It'd be a great fit for the club. Yes, we can do better. Surely it'd be great then, wouldn't it?
Patty Hartnett, big up, gifting a membership. Patty, how you doing? Big up to Phil B. Got gifted that membership. How are you? Big up to you. Big up Patty. Big up Limerick Spurs as well. Patty, someone recently retweeted one of your tweets, and it's funny. I get a lot of xenophobic shit. But look at this. This guy here, Kieran Clancy, says, "Stick to the pigskin, Yank." And then I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? He's a Spurs fan, and he retweeted Patty. His name's Kieran Clancy, and he's a fucking piece of shit xenophobe. So if you see Kieran Clancy, his handle is @clankers_85. Tell him he's a pussy piece of shit. Bet he won't say this dumb shit to me in El Paso. How about that? Huh. But anyway, Patty, I saw your name and you gifted a membership, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna say some. So if you see him, Patty, just know that he's a xenophobe. He's pissed off because Dominic Solanke took a penalty and it went soaring over the bar, and I just quote tweeted it. He slipped and fucking kicked it, and the announcer's like, "Whoa!" because he fucking sent it. It almost went off the fucking roof. And I quote tweeted that and basically just said something like, and some Spurs fans were excited about the links with Solanke, and I did like the melting emoji. And he goes, "Stick to the pigskin, Yank."
Looks like it'd fit in quite well based on that.
Yeah, but that is my point. That would be on lines with, I think, picking up the Timo Werner option, in my opinion, because to me, he is better. There is better out there. Yes, he can be better, sure. As a backup, maybe it is a bargain buy. I would hate to say, we got this guy, now we're not going to go actually get a winger. I would rather take that money and go get Eze. Take that money and go get Nico Williams. Nico Williams, 50 million euros. So you just fuck the 17 million euros on him, and then you need 33 more.
Nico
and then
Williams
you get yourself an
Eze.
actual... Oh, now we're cooking with hot grease.
Talking. Yeah.
Now that is an attack that I feel confident going into next season, Europa, Champions, whatever it is. You get Nico Williams and Eze in the attack. You go and get backup fullbacks. Now, there is a conversation I want to have before we get on to the more predictions about Aston Villa. And it's about Jed Spence. Apparently, he still has quite the hopes of returning and showing Tottenham Hotspur fans what he's made of. I see you shaking your head already, but there's a lot of this weird Kuva. This week, Sergio Reguilon's talking about us. Eric Dyer's been talking about us. Jed Spence has been talking about us. All these people, ex-players, loan players that are gone, they're all like talking about us. The fuck? Like, why you talk? What's going on? Is it the media month in March?
When you show you're out of favour with multiple managers, there's a reason for that. You're just not going to make it. You're not a fit for the club. Jed Spence immediately when he turned up packed out on loan because the manager didn't want him. We've made multiple signings like that over the years though. They're just not up to the standard required. So I don't care what they say. They're probably just being nice to the club because we're paying them stupidly big wages for their limited ability. So, no, Jed Spence, what's he done? What has he done in the Premier League? There's nothing. All I saw, I mean, to be honest, when
Championship?
when we got linked with him in the first place, I started having a closer look at what he was like. And all I could see was a player that looked exciting because he could beat his man. He had some pace about him. There was a directness to him. That was quite good. But he looked really lost a lot the rest of the time. When he had the ball at his feet and he had to make a pass, it was usually to nobody. Lost control of it a lot of the time. And he didn't seem to understand what he was really doing a lot of the time. I just look like a sort of incomplete player. Unless he's improved massively, I just don't see what the point is. But we get this regularly. We'll sign a player, and then all of there's a section of fans that'll just start going mad about them, saying, "Oh, he's brilliant. He's going to be the next Messi," and all this. And we had it with Brian Hill. We've had it with
Brian Hill. They said he's the Spanish Neymar.
Yeah, exactly. Really, is he really?
That's what they said. Yeah, he's the Spanish Neymar.
Well, I mean, you could apply it to Solomon as well. He's getting huge praise, but so far, it's not his fault he's injured, of course. But so far, he hasn't really done anything. And he didn't really do a lot at Fulham either. He was a backup player. He was one that coming on as sub all the time. So,
but he does have drip, just like OTC says. He does got the drip. I like the braids. I like the drip. He puts color in the braids. I like his style. I like his braggadociousness. But at some point, you have to back up the fucking walk, right? You can't just walk like you're the man. You got to actually act and be the man. And I think that's the part. If you got the drip
and you got the vibes, and you can put a few TikTok videos together. Hey, for that kind, as a club like that, brilliant. We could do really well. Trouble is when it gets onto the pitch.
That's the hard part. But I think there is a little bit to speak on the fact that like he has been more or less, here you go, you take him. No, here you go, you take him. And Daniel Fark, the Leeds manager, had some indicting words. Is that a fucking word? His words were not good indictment. He was indicting him with his words. That fucking doesn't make sense. God dang it.
Indicted the shit out of him.
He fucking indicted him so hard. I don't know.
Indict in your face.
But I want to let's look some more at these quote tweets of Timo Werner, because I don't think we need to spend like much time on the Jed Spence thing. I just wanted to bring it up that he said, "Hey, yo, talk to me nicely, Tottenham Hotspur fans. You ain't seen nothing yet. I could show." He was talking, and I guess in the way I read him was like a young man who wants to be better. But that's me being hopeful, Kuva. I am a hopeful individual. But at the end of the day, I was like, if Ainge don't want him, it'll be clear, and he'll send his ass on loan. Not only did he send his ass on loan, he came back and said, we got another loan for you, buddy. To me, that means Ainge don't want you. And we shouldn't waste time, regardless of his cool drip. He does got the drip drop, you know what I'm saying? The blip blop and the boom boom. But at the end of the day, none of that gets you goals. None of that gets you working on the pitch. He has shown flashes in the pan, but so is Timo Werner. And I don't think we should either be entertaining this, at least not in this juncture, but I keep the door open. Boost Gumps is not enough for me to say we should sign him. Keep getting goals and assists, and maybe we will.
I don't doubt Harry Winks was keen to play for us, and he loved the club. Doesn't mean you're going to play him, though, does it? That's not quite enough, is it? Half the fans that turn up to games want to play for the team. They'd love to. They'd play their hearts out. It doesn't mean they're going to be good, though.
That's a good point. It's a very good point. Norman Lamont says, how many games has Werner started in? I'm going to actually look that up. It feels like 7, but I'm going to look it up so I'm not lying to y'all.
Surely not.
He's started in 5 and he's played in 6. Let me pull this comment down. He started in 5, played in 6. He's got 1 goal and 2 assists. So 3 goal contributions in 6 matches. Half the time he's out there, he'll get you something.
That's not awful.
It's a small sample size, albeit.
Yeah, it doesn't put you up there in the higher echelons, does it? It doesn't make you stand out as the sort of player that's going to drive you to win in the league in a couple of seasons. That's a long way from those sort of figures. But like I said, it's all about, can he improve? If he can improve by the end of the season, sign him. If he doesn't, then no problem. There's the door. He'll probably miss on the way out, but there's the door.
He'll give it a little something, or he'll hit it directly. We've seen that twice with goalkeepers. Well, no, wait, true. One he sent to fucking Timbuktu. The other one he said, "Here you go, right at your face." And as a keeper, I love that. I love when players shot and it went straight at me because it makes me look like a great goalkeeper. Banter on the pitch. A bunch of emojis and says Villa. I don't know if this is supposed to be like a villain. I don't know what this emoji is, bro. Can you tell me what this emoji is, and then you can continue to do it? Ep167 Werner will score a brace versus Villa. He's broken his duck, says Angelo. Is the duck broken? I think he meant luck.
Yeah,
but...
I think he looks like a broken duck when he plays quite often. No, he's too
David
quick.
Shear says 1 assist, and he's talented. Hill has 1 assist.
Exactly.
And he's...
Exactly.
Well, Paul says, I rate Timo for his clever runs. Big up Paul Abraham. Jacob, have you seen a quote from Sar from Spurs web account that came out 5 minutes ago? I have not, but I do follow Spurs web, so I'll be able to find it. Spurs web. Actually, maybe I don't follow Spurs web. Maybe I'm lying to you. I thought it was a... No, I guess I don't. I guess I don't. Broken his duck means he's got underway. He already scored a goal. Oh, okay. I guess it's a cute little saying.
I knew what the meaning was. I just like to associate.
Oh, so I'm the only one who didn't know what that meaning. I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm the only one who didn't know what that meaning was.
It's probably just originated from cricket in England. When you go out as a batsman, you don't score anything. They put a little duck on the scoreboard to show you got nothing.
Is that where the term goose egg came from? It's a different fucking bird, but they both lay eggs. I don't know.
Probably a different origin.
Yeah, probably. T-Tone, big up TT, says duck is cricket term for 0. So y'all are spot on. Werner didn't have much game time in Germany either. Still too early to call. Give him a fair go, mate, says Norman Lamont. Well, you know,
yeah, I can't argue with that. Give him a fair go. I'm just not confident he's going to prove himself worthwhile. If he does, I'll happily hold my hands up and say I was wrong.
I think that's fair to say. I'm trying to find this fucking SAR tweet or SAR quote from the Spurs web. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it. Papa Matasar wants a career in computer science once he's done. What? Is this what you wanted me to find? About his computer science? I don't get it.
Well, it's only a limited career, isn't it, football? Got to do something with your time after.
So the quote here says, computer science is what I want to do after my career. I've done bits of research here and there in regards to the route that I want to go down. I've not started with any formal studies because I don't really have too much time. Within the next year or two, I'm going to start lessons. It's not games I'm interested in. It's the electronic stuff behind a computer. The heck does that mean? Daniela, I don't know why you wanted me to bring it up, but there you go. I don't understand. Does this mean we're going to beat Villa?
yeah, the computer predicts so. perhaps he'll be working on the analytics team in about 15 years' time.
Yeah, but he's a fucking kid. Yeah, Daniela, he's young. Why is he already talking about life after football? These quotes this week have been absolutely outrageous. Some of the quotes and the people talking, I don't know what the fuck.
Big up Daniela, but that's a little unfair, isn't it? Surely. I remember, what's her name?
He's already had enough of football.
The actress that was in the Star Wars films and Black Swan, I've forgotten her name now. She was in Leon.
Emily Blunt?
No. Oh God, what's her name? It's escaped me now.
Nicole Hardaway? Something Hardaway? Hathaway? Anne Hathaway?
No. She was in
the movie's Black Swan.
Yeah, and the episodes 1 to 3 of Star Wars as well. And I've forgotten her name.
I'm looking up the cast. Hang on. We're going to find out.
Natalie Portman. That's it.
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman. While she was acting...
Chat's quicker than I can fucking Google.
I remember her giving an interview saying about how she's taken a degree in... I forgot what it was now. Might have been astrophysics or something like that. it was something really interesting field of work that he'd go into as a professional. And I just thought, yeah, she's clued up, I think, because she realizes as that sort of, young, fresh-faced lead role, that's not going to last forever. Not all actresses have really long careers. So she wants to do something serious that's enjoyable for the rest of her life afterwards. So I don't see any problem with Mate Sarr doing the same thing. Like I said, perhaps he ends up doing analytics for us. That could be funny.
Analytical scouting of some kind? That'd be fun. Hey, I like the kid. He seems smart. And this makes me think that he wants to even be smarter. Big up Just a Harmless Potato says 103 likes. Well done, chat and Jacob. Good job. Here's some fireworks. There's over 200 people watching across YouTube and Twitter. So big up to everybody who is here watching, whatever you're watching on. But per the YouTube rules, this dog gets to eat kibble tonight. Now, if we hit 150 likes, I will give him some of my dinner. I actually don't know what we're eating for dinner yet, but he's going to get a bite of it. If we hit 150 likes, 200 likes, I'll buy him a steak. But the closest we got was 191.
Will you though?
I will. I'll video it. I will prove it to the motherfuckers who like this video. That's what I'm saying. I'm a man of my word, Kuva. When have I said something and I don't live up to it?
You've just reminded me of something. One of the gaming streamers, Asmongold. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's big in the games community anyway, and he was famous for buying $2 steaks, and I think they were those types that were sort of treated and then pre-packed so you could send them through the post sort of thing. That didn't have to be, they were terrible. They sounded terrible, and then somebody else, I think it was a chef, tried one out, cooked it, and he just said, "You know what? Considering it's $2, it's okay."
Oh no. It's okay. Well, I mean, if a chef says it's okay, then it must not be that bad. But are we going to be $2 steak shipped out? That's just okay. Is that what we're going to be tomorrow? No, I'll buy. He'll probably get something for around $6-7.
If you could get what's the cheapest super chat? It's like it is $2 or something, isn't it?
$1.99, I think it is. Yeah.
There you go. That's a steak for Chewy.
Well. See, YouTube's going to take their cut, and then it's not going to be a steak for Chewy.
That's true, yeah.
So, unless people start donating Bitcoin. If you donate in Bitcoin, I get 100% of that. But no, it's too complicated for me to even try and explain how to donate Bitcoin.
David Shears just pointed out that Natalie Portman is 45. What? How did she get that old so quickly?
It's this weird thing when the fucking Earth is rotating and then it goes around the sun and does that for about 45 times.
I've seen that.
And then while she's on that fucking spinning rock for those 45 rotations, she then becomes 45 years old. At least that's my remedial understanding of how time works. It is a man-made construct, so really she could be 20 if we just change the rules, but hey, I'm not a fucking astronomer or whatever the fuck. But I am a person who's been building this little team sheet. Big up Letty. Run those likes up. No tofu for Chewy, Jacob. That shit will fuck you up. Estrogen in that shit. You know what that leads to. Janice, are you Harry Spence?
Oh, right. That'll make sense.
Are you Harry Spence? Because that sounds like something Harry Spence would say. I'll stick my neck out. 3-0 Spurs. Norman, we will do score predictions and goal scores in just a moment. But we are over an hour on the show, so a good time to say hit the likes, hit the subscribe, and share the video. Or don't. Whatever the fuck. It's your world. You do what you want. I ain't going to tell you what to do. Who the fuck am I? You telling me what to do? No. So why would I tell you what to do? I just kindly suggest hit a like while I put the world's greatest center back in the starting 11 here, because we know it's going to happen. Actually, Kuva, there's a video I played for some people yesterday, and I played it 3 times on the last show, and Sean didn't like it, but I think you will.
Good. Ah. poco, pero...
Do you like scoring against Burnley, your old Leverkusen teammate?
What's with the music?
No, it's kind of weird, like a sad carnival. Look, see, he's here. This must be Yanis. Harry Spence must be Yanis.
Right.
That must be. But big up everybody. Yes, Kuti, can't you see? Oh, yes. The best center back in the world. Which, again, big up Nate Pye. Wait, where's the comment go? There it is. Big up Nate Pye for the Kuti mug as well. Keeping it going, baby. Keeping it going.
Yeah, you mentioned Harry Spence, so he's suddenly back, and it's like, you know what he reminds me of? You used to get these little toy dogs in the sort of 70s and 80s. You put the battery in, switch it on, and it starts going, oh. Just walks a little bit forward,
Yeah.
It's the same crap all the time. I mean, you get great people coming into your chat and channel members and things like that, but your trolls are some of the most boring, tedious kind of anywhere on the whole of
YouTube. They're always talking about wokeness and vaccines and all this dumb shit. Like, at least be creative, you know?
Like to be a man, you can be a man if you've got a little gas oven, a camping oven, and you've got a poodle. That would make you a man, apparently.
I don't get it. It's such a weird way of interaction, and someone is legitimately spending their time to do all that, and it's really, bro, I just call your family or a close friend, ask for a hug, maybe you fucking hang out and grab a beer instead of doing this weird shit online. It's really fucking weird.
I wonder if you could be a boxer or something like that, just taking a few to the head.
Okay, if that's the case, I excuse it because you've been punched in the fucking head.
There might be something genuinely wrong with him, in which case I'll try not to, insult him.
Yeah, apologies. Apologies.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This picture is him ripping a ball.
The way he's so cringe, giving away your age there a little bit. Are you getting the attention from the channel because it's not a school day, so you can't come home with your potato print? Give it to mummy to put on the fridge. No. I mean, what, run out of cookies and milk today, have you? Thought you'd come in and join in with the grown-ups. Bless. Go and make another little fake account now when this one gets banned. He even gets banned from his own Arsenal channels, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's been banned from Hotspur Hippie as well. It's hard to get banned from Hotspur Hippie, and he was successful. But to the over 200 people here, big up to yourself right now. We will soon be doing our predictions and our goal scorers. But right now we're putting together this 11, Kuva, and I have a gaping hole. No, not like a porn star, but just in this 11 on the right wing specifically. And then there was a great comment that the Scott Culliver said, put Sar ahead of Bentancur. So I've got Bentancur in there. I'm saying he's going to start if he's healthy. I'm going to switch them on. I'm going to switch their sides though. I'm going to switch them up. And Kuva, we know we're going to tweak and adjust this formation as we go because it's not going to look like this for the entirety. But what before we do this gaping hole, Bentancur, Papa Montessar. I did find the quote. Apparently, it was exactly what they put in the chat, that like he still has it, but he's better, but he still has it. Are you putting Sar ahead of Bentancur? What is your starting midfield?
Yeah, I think so. I think Bentancur needs to just take things a little bit easy at the moment. He's badly off his game at the moment, and we do lack a bit of energy when Sar isn't playing. I think long term Bentancur is going to be one of the mainstays in the team. I think we've got the start of a strong midfield shaping up there. I think any of those four, Basuma, Maddison, Bentancur, and Sar, they're all worthy for first team places. Depends on the time and the place. There's no urgent rush to play Bentancur at the moment. I think got to acknowledge that Sar's been a great player for us this season, one of our outstanding performers. More game time he gets, the better.
So an 80-90% SAR better than 100%?
Oh, is he only 80-90%? Well, yeah.
Well, he still has the back thing, but he says he's been training. But he's not 100%.
But because would you say Bentancur's 100%? He doesn't seem his normal self, does he?
Yeah.
I think at this point in the season, you're just going to manage the injuries, haven't you? So whoever's the fittest.
Should we just flip a coin? Because I don't fucking know.
Just
I don't know who's going to be more fit.
Just put in a picture of a coin there.
I don't know who's got a face of a coin. You know what? That's kind of why I put Rodrigo in there, because I thought
hang on. Wait, it's not a coin, but don't you have like Abe Lincoln on your dollar bills or something?
We have Abe Lincoln, George Washington, Thomas
Jefferson. Just put a random Abe Lincoln.
That'd be fantastic if I could use it. Actually, Abe Lincoln is on a $5 bill and on the penny. And George Washington is on the 25-cent and the dollar.
So who gets the biggest value? That's Abe Lincoln, isn't it?
Because he's 505, yeah, and George Washington would be 125.
It's a conversation I didn't think we'd be having, but you know,
I think Thomas Jefferson's on the 20, or Harriet Tubman now. I don't remember. I don't deal with cash a lot, so I don't know. Anywho, well, we'll keep that a mystery. A few people still saying SAR, so I guess if everyone's saying SAR, I will put SAR there. But right wing, Kuva, you said Kulusevski. Why do you think what does Kulusevski have that you think Brennan Johnson wouldn't be able to do versus this Aston Villa high line?
Well, he's more defensively minded for a start, so he's going to get stuck in, do some of the spade work for the likes of Pedro Porro, who will definitely appreciate him there being ahead of him. So he's not quite so exposed at the back there. He's also good at retaining the ball and progressing with it. So there's times when that's a great thing, but perhaps Villa, I don't know, is Villa more lined up for being sprung on the fast counter, in which case you'd say Brennan Johnson. I don't know. I'd be interested to see what ANGE actually has in mind with this one. For me, I think it's a kind of toss-up. It really is. I can see pros and cons for each decision.
David Cheer says we can't just cast aside Kulu without trying him out. I would argue that as soon as he was not our right winger anymore, we scored a goal. Am I an asshole, Kuva, by saying that when Kulusevski's not there, we end up scoring goals? Real quick, I think I missed the super chat. Big up George says, hi, Jacob and Kuva in chat. I'm back from my stadium. Big up George for becoming a sponsor of tonight's episode. Hello, how are you doing? Back from my... Did you go visit Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? Is that where you went, George? Panda Ball. How you doing, Panda Ball? With a $2 rather. Sorry, I'm losing my mind here. Shake my head. Jackson is on the 20. Jefferson is on the nickel. Hamilton is on the 10. Big up Panda Ball spending a 2. They used to make $2 bills, but they don't anymore. But I'm going to say he did just spend a $2 bill on the show. So big up for that, Panda Ball. And thank you so much for even becoming a bigger sponsor of the channel tonight. Zapur's got Kulu, Son, and Johnson. So Werner getting cast aside.
So, yeah, okay. That's possible as well. We do have different options. It's just how to really explore it. I mean, looking at that Villa high line, I've got to say it's good tempting to say let's just put Werner, Sonny, and Johnson in there and have extreme pace to hit them with all the time. That could be interesting, but you've got to pick the right ball then. So let's see. I mean, if we are struggling a bit and the ball's getting turned over a lot, we're losing out front a lot. Kulusevski does have his uses then. He is actually pretty useful at getting the ball into his feet and it's sticking there. He doesn't lose it easily. I don't know. I really can't work out what Ange will do on this particular instance. I think there's a few variables there this time. But we do have options at least, and we didn't even have those options earlier in the season. We were just having to pick whoever was fit.
Yeah. And we actually have the pick of the lotter now. Pick of the litter? I say lotter. That don't fucking make sense. 220 people watching.
Yeah,
and I don't even know how to speak.
Yeah.
Stay Humble says Johnson works better as a sub. We need Kulu's hold-up play and help for Porro from Stay Humble. And I agree with that. We were kind of talking about Pedro Porro being back. I think offensively he's going to help us, and maybe Kulusevski will even look better because Pedro Porro will be there going forward, and that'll make him look better than Emerson Royale being your little partner to run the whole, hey, make this run in behind me. Hey, make this run in the front channel. Pedro Porro is going to be better equipped when playing on that side, so maybe we do see a better Kulusevski. I put Kulusevski in this starting 11 here because most of y'all have said it, and then also I just think that I agree with this sentiment that defensively, at least for the first 45, we're going to need Kulusevski in that position. And then in the second half, bring on him. They've been playing this high line. Their legs going to be a little bit more wobbly. Also,
Villa are very aggressive in the first half. They start games very strongly. So,
yeah, that's a good point.
Perhaps it is better to have Kulusevski in there to sort of hold the fort for a little bit. We are playing away from home for a start. That, regardless of what people might say, it does make a difference to a team. You set up differently. The attitude's a little bit different. The mindset's different. You've got to hold your shape a little bit more. That might suit us. It might. We've done okay in some big away matches. I'm thinking like Man City. But yeah, sure, there was a lot of chances going for both sides. But we made the most of what talent we did have in that game and hit them on the break. Perhaps that's the same sort of way to approach this one.
Yeah. And Ellie says, you're not correct. Sorry, Jacob. Kulu, 6 goals, 2 assists. So she's saying he is doing enough there on the right wing. I would argue that some of those goals and assists came from whenever he got shifted into the 10. When he's on the right wing, I think I can only remember 1 goal, which was Wolves. But that could just be my recency bias. But Ellie...
No, he's got like headed goals and things like that, hasn't he?
But that was when he got moved. But when the run of play was happening, he was scoring from when he got moved into the midfield, and he was no longer the right winger. That's my whole point with the right wing is like he's not great out there.
Regardless, 6 goals, 2 assists isn't a lot at this stage in the season, is it?
No, it's really not. I don't think so anyway. But maybe that's because I'm watching Arsenal bag goals and I'm getting fucking angry about it. Any news on Solomon? He's not coming back anytime soon, was what last thing I heard Ange say last week. And this week he said Pedro Porro is back. Everyone else is still rehabbing. So I take that as Solomon is still not close to being back. And big up Sarah Pie, a new Pie. I think this is Nate's wife. Big up the Pie family. If this is Sarah Pie, if you are the Nate Pie, you're the Sarah to the Nate Pie. You're the part of the pie to the... If this is you from Australia, big up. I'll make you a moderator as well because if you're part of the pie, you're one of us. Big up, Sarah, onto the Lover's Lane. Big up. And then George gifting a membership. Last time George was here, they gifted a membership and it went to Harry Spence. The guy that...
yeah. Oh, well, you can't choose, can you? So never mind.
It was kind of funny because he was literally just being like, y'all are all idiots. You're all fools. And then he got gifted a membership. It's quite a little loving karma. How about that? George, who got that membership? Sakari Ismail Jama Aiden. That's a great name. I probably fucked it up. But big up George with another membership donated. Big up for that. I appreciate you. I see you and I appreciate you. Big up Cairo Keem. Baby, are you related to Baby Keem? He's a rapper I've been getting into lately. I like Baby Keem. If you like rap, you like lyrical people in the raps, check out Baby Keem. Bitch, I'm Baby Keem is what he says in one of his songs, and I like that one. He does say quite a few other things, but my favorite part was "Bitch, I'm Baby Keem," and that's kind of fun. Big up Chelsea Blue here, smashing the likes. Do I get a mod? Panda Ball, of course you get a mod. I thought you were already a mod. You get a mod. You get a mod. Ah, Jez a mod. You've been on the channel. I've seen your face. Bitch on Baby Keem. Now that song's in my head. I'm trying to go to Sarah because Nate just texted me. And he says it is. So there we go. Boom. Sarah, you're a moderator because you're part of the Pie family. You're a moderator because you married a fantastic man. How about that? But big up the whole Pie family every single time. If Sessignon is made of glass and Solomon is made of tofu, says Edward. That might be true. Big up Fa. I saw you have a question. I was going to pull it up, but I've lost it. And it said, does Pedro Porro immediately start? And I say yes. I say, of course he does. Yeah. 80%, 50%, 60%. If he's good to go, if he can train, oh, you're starting over Emerson Royale. So... Big up Sarah. Big up Sarah. Baby Keem was named after me. I'm his inspiration. I don't have anyone to refute that, so I guess you're right. But look, this is our starting 11. Kuva. I've got Sar in there starting because fuck it. Because I'm choosing Sar to start as well. Kulusevski as a right winger. This is what you could say our strongest 11.
Yeah, it's certainly one of them. I mean, we've already discussed the choices there, haven't we?
Yeah,
I mean, the only ones that could come in would be Johnson or Bentancur. I think otherwise it's that, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. Big up Maravingen.
And away to Villa could be.
I hope so. Big up Maravingen. Evening, guys. I mean, in terms of fitness and managing minutes, quality right back. In regards to Pedro Porro, absolutely. I think you start him, and if you're managing his minutes, then you start him. We go out there strong, combat them well, get up high, and then guess what? We can put Emerson Royale back on there. How about that? Ellie says, I'm not saying the answer. I'm not saying he is the answer. I'm just quoting his stats as you said. We score more when he is off the pitch. In comparison, Brennan Johnson, 3 goals, 6 assists, but I would still start Johnson. Well, Ellie, maybe I misspoke, and I do that quite frequently, but maybe I did misspeak when I said when he's not a right wing, we score. We move because last match we moved him in centrally. And then that's when Brennan Johnson went into the right wing, and we got our first goal, and then we started scoring. So that was my point in that. I misspoke by saying when he's off the pitch. I just meant when he's not at the right wing. If there's somewhere we can squish him in there in the midfield, then I'm fine with that as well. I think I've said on a few occasions that I do believe he is a quality player, that he has quality about him, that I just don't like him as a right winger personally. And... you know, versus Wolves, he came out the first half as the right winger and scored an amazing goal there. But that was really it. And that's really all I can think of as far as his contribution at the right. I would like to see him on the left a little bit. And when you move him centrally, naturally he will drift that way when the space allows him to do that. So I'm not starting Brennan Johnson versus Villa personally.
I think the left is a little bit easier in some ways because of the presence of a doggy. He is a physical presence going up on the left wing as well. Yeah, it's not quite right then. Whatever we do at the moment, the chemistry is not quite as we'd want it to be, is it? We do struggle at times in matches. It's going to take time, and it's probably going to take some player changes as well. It's early on in Ange's stay with us, and we do not have all the players in place yet. So it's the hand we're dealt, isn't it? That's simple as that.
It is the hand we're dealt. Big up Lisa. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Johnson has to come off the bench when Villa are tired, says Maravingen. Neither of us are prime. Big up Nick, Lazy 8 says neither are in prime fitness right now, but if they were, Sar or Bento to start. I'm saying Sar. That's just me. I'm saying Sar. Yeah, y'all know what to do with Harry. I think Harry needs to go away. I'm having a good Saturday night.
I,
Ain't no need to make.
I like it when you get some trolls on. They can be a lot of fun, but this one's just a tedious.
Harry Spence
little-
sucks, bro. He's
Yeah, it's
awful.
really
He's
boring.
awful.
It's the same repeated words over and over again. It's like he's the sort of person where I think probably goes into his own living room with his family there, and all of them suddenly turn around going, ugh, and pretend they're doing something else. Yeah, it's like that kind of
Exactly.
dear. Thought he'd be more occupied within his room, like looking up some anime so he can whack off to that and pretend he's got a girlfriend.
You know, they're advancing the like lifelike doll shit in Japan, so pretty soon it'll probably be available to him. Then we won't see Harry anymore. We'll have to say
That's
bye,
true.
Harry. He'll be occupied. Big up George gifting a membership. How you doing? John Ellis Hall, welcome to the family. How are you doing? Big up George becoming a further elongated member of the sponsors list. How you doing? Big up to you, George. Big up Tyler Barella. We need Papa's legs in the game. We do need Papa.
Yeah,
We need Ay Papi Chulo Matesar's legs in the game and in my life. I love to watch that man in full stride. I think he can. He's like a gazelle. The way that man stride, just he take real long steps. I like watching. Speaking of the way I like watching run, this is gonna sound like a weird segue, but I was watching the Spurs youth yesterday, and Jamie Donnelly. I love the way that guy runs, man. He's so smooth. He's a big fucker too. I mean, maybe just because he's playing with children as well, but he is a big boy and he can move. Will Lancashire, he's a big boy and he can move too. I was watching, it was the North London Derby, so of course I'm going to watch our youth play when it's the North London Derby. And number 6, Tyrese Hall, he's fucking great. I like that kid. I think I put him up there. He's like Skip's level right now. He's like a faster Skip. I love me some Tyrese Hall. I think he's a baller. And then Jamie Donnelly, the way he runs, I love the way he runs. Number 3, he was our left back. I don't remember his name, but number 3 was a decent left back as well, I thought. They have a guy, they call him Baby Saka, because he looks, runs, and wears the same number as Saka in Arsenal's academy. He was locked up. And as soon as our that number 3 left back, as soon as he got out, that's when they fucking chance after chance after chance after chance, and the goalkeeper kept saving us, and eventually they scored. But literally that left back, he was so good, he locked him up the entire match. It was great to see. I don't know if he's crazy slow. I was going
to say big up Panda Ball anyway, because I'm just saying that about picking Royale and Johnson to sort of shore up the right side of our defence, make it harder for Villa. Isn't it funny how I could pick the other two and say the same thing? It's funny how opinions on things can vary so much. Because I'll pick Porro and Kulusevski to do that.
It's almost the opposite. Big up Panda Ball. I've been working to try and get him on the fucking channel because he was on one of the call-in shows, but I'm going to try and get him on. He's going to be launching his own channel very soon. George, member for 5 months, says, Kuva, what is your favorite memory as a Spurs fan?
Without doubt, 1984 UEFA Cup final, the replay, White Hart Lane, and being a young kid, little bit behind the goal when Tony Parks saved the final penalty to win the tournament, and that was just a magical evening. Same evening, I was just about to turn 13 that year, and my dad had let me bunk the day off school, so we'd go up to London, and I had my first pint with my dad in the pub as well, a bit, because back in those days you could get away with it, quiet corner, just have a little bit of a sip of that. So I had a drink with my dad in a pub and got to watch Spurs win a European trophy.
That's fucking...
I doubt I'm ever going to see something like that again. Well,
I doubt I'm ever going to have the chance to say both of those things. Had a pint with my dad, and I saw Tottenham win a European trophy. Ah, my goodness. Live and direct at White Hart Lane, nonetheless. I would love to see that, man. That's a fantastic memory. And you know what? I would like that of my own. Exactly, stay humble. That's life goals right there, bro. Having your first beer with your dad, like a great memory with your dad, 1984 UEFA final. Talk to me fucking nicely. Where's your trophy? Hold that, you fucking frauds. All right. Kuva, seen it, lifted, and he drank beer out of it. I'm changing the story. Kuva drinking beer out of the UEFA Cup at the age, how old were you, Kuva?
I was late 12, so I would have been 13 in August that year. So yeah, I was just a few months away from it. I think the other thing that stuck in my mind from that game in particular was the fact that Anderlecht had actually taken the lead and time was starting to run out. And I was really nervous about it. My dad knew I was getting a bit worried that we were going to actually lose this. And he looked down at me and he just said, he leaned down, he just said, nothing's over until Graham Roberts says so. And sure enough, Graham Roberts popped up with the equaliser. It's like he just knew. He just knew.
That story sounds like something they'd put in a fucking movie. You know what I mean? Like, or like a documentary. Like, what's your favorite memory, or what's your, you know what I'm saying? That's so like storybook fucking Hollywood documentarian ass story, Kuva. You're like in the stands, and it's not over till Graham Roberts says it. Then it cuts to the field. Man, that's
it's such a good feeling. Like you take it to any sport or just anything in general. When you just get that gut feeling, you know you're going to be right, and then it actually does happen, and it's like, yeah, you're feeling so good about yourself at that point.
You know, the last time that happened was during the Crystal Palace match. I said, I've seen Ezzy score from here with a free kick. He's going to score this, and then he did, and I was live on air. That's the last time I was like, I called it, and I was fucking right, and that wasn't a great.
That's when you want to keep it to yourself, mate.
Big up George gifting another membership. Big up George, man. George killing it today. Sammy Sartaj. Big up Sammy Sartaj gifted the membership there from George. George of the jungle. He's a big sponsor of tonight's show. Big up Ziad. How are you doing? Big up Ziad and Ziad Zone. Make sure you go subscribe. Let's see. Maravingan says he was at this. Mine was 91 when Gaza scored that free kick. Was 11 a great day, and yes, he was at the stadium. So those are great memories.
Really was unbelievable. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to that semi-final, but yeah, I remember watching it on the TV with my mates, and yeah, we just went ballistic. It was just,
this is what I'm saying. Nick and I agree. There's no way this is like, it's so beautiful. There's no way that's true. Or it's, of course it's true because it's just that beautiful. Like, I'll be paraphrasing your Graham Roberts story for the next. That's crazy.
My dad had two absolute role models when it came to football. The first was Dave Mackay, and the second was Graham Roberts, because they were in the same mould. They were proper leaders, proper men. They would not quit ever. And he just knew. I don't know how he knew, but he just knew. And it was after that I really saw that's the beauty of players like Graham Roberts. Steve Perryman was another one. It's just that those sort of they got the guts, they got the character to get you through. Even if you're not at your best, they will drag you over the line. Yeah, that brilliant memory. But yeah, I wish I'd had the imagination to make that one up, but no, that is what my dad said to me. It was just one of those things. But then I suppose I was still at that age where, you know, your dad knows everything. He's part Superman. So, well, he bought me a pint as well, so he was definitely Superman that day. But yeah, definitely my favorite memory though. Yeah, you can't buy those kind of memories.
No, you can literally fabricate them in a movie or a novel. Those are the type of scenarios, like if I was making a fucking movie and that was a part of it, it would definitely be like, and now the father tells his son something in regards to the match. He's like, don't worry, it looks bad now, but I'm telling you this will happen. And then it fucking happens. And then you fucking win it. And then you go and drink beer. Like I said, the only thing that I'm changing for Hollywood's sake is y'all storm the pitch and you get at some point on someone's shoulder with the trophy. There's beer in it and you chug it. That's the only way it gets fucking better.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a fantastic big up. Who was that with the question? George? Someone used their membership chat. George, 5 months of a member, used their 5-month membership chat. Just ask. What a great question too. Let's see here. But I want to say big up to George gifting a membership. I think I already said that. George, you're gifting a lot of memberships, and I don't know if I've thanked you for all of them, but thank you again if you did. There was another comment that I had. Bro, this gets hard when everyone's chatting, being amazing. Oh, here we go. This is what I was doing. Score predictions and goal scorers time. We have our starting 11, Kuva. To me, there's no excuse for us to not go out there and get 3 points. I know we're away. I know it's Villa. I know in the beginning of the season, Villa was all this, that, and on the other. Fucking can of tuna with a side of fucking mayo. All right? But we ain't making tuna salad today. We got to go to Villain Park. And I'm saying, Unai Emery, fuck you. All right? I'm taking that big schnoz of yours. I'm taking it. Got your nose. You know? That's all I'm on right now. Fuck you.
Yeah, but
Guy look like he's from Despicable Me. He looks like the Dracula from Transylvania.
Can't do a press conference properly afterwards either. Otherwise, it's like, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. A man took my nose, and I have yet to retrieve it back. Honestly, fuck him is what I'm saying. I don't care. I'm gonna give a good golly shit about that bastard. What I need is us to go out there and dominate. Get the win. I don't care about how many we win by, but I need the fucking win, first and foremost. So, Kuva, the question for you and the question for the chat, and yes, chat, this is where you can get involved. This is where I will read it. This is where I will find. I'm going to be on my P's and Q's in regards to. There it is. I found the first prediction from Meravingen, and he did it perfectly, Meravingen. Score, goal scorers. That's exactly what I want. All right. Now, Kuva, we foreshadowed your prediction, but throughout the entirety of this show, have you swayed in your prediction in regards to the score?
No, of course not. Of course not. I think the most important thing, go with the sensible part of it first. The most important thing for me is that we go out there and play for 90 minutes like it really matters. We're creating chances one way or another. We're not sitting back passively waiting for something to happen. Really take the game to Villa. If we do fail to win, or they beat us fair and square, and it's been an attacking game where we've been trying our best to get something over on them, I can deal with that. I'll be disappointed, but I can deal with it. But if we do sit back passively and then get beaten without really doing ourselves justice, that's hard to take. I can't take another one of those sort of games, or only turn up for the last 10 minutes when you're already beaten. That'd be terrible as well. So I'm going to go in back to that reset back to the start of the season. I've got to believe that some of these players that have been off form will find their form again. I'm looking at Maddison in particular, because he was sensational at the start of the season. We were robbed of him being injured. So him back on form, creating chances, Sonny banging in a few. Hell, Timo Werner to exploit his pace, maybe bag a goal or two or an assist or two. Why not? Maybe Johnson the same. Maybe Kulusevski comes good. Some of these players that haven't got so many goals that perhaps could have, a Doggy, Sar, perhaps Romero pops up with another. We've got the possibility of scoring from several positions. Just got to put it all together, take the game to Villa, beat them, and then nail-biting 7-3 win. That's all I'll go for. Goal scorers, everybody. Who knows? Everybody chipping in with something.
I like that. Everybody chipping in with a little bit of something. Isn't that quite nice? I just saw
Sonny with 7.
Yeah, there we go. Sonny was 7. I'll take it. It matches number there as well. I almost scrolled and missed all the predictions. I like that, Kuva. A lot of I love that you give like such a great prediction of how the game's gonna go, and at the end, goal scorer, fuck it, 11-1. I love it. I know that wasn't exactly, but it was just like,
oh, he's just getting a little bit of gentle exercise before his dinner.
Yeah, getting a little moving going. What kind of dinner is he getting? Let's find out. 130 votes. Oh, he's close. He's close to getting some of my dinner. That hairy bastard. But let's go through the chats, some of y'all's predictions here. Sorry, I was looking on Twitter. I was looking because there's 230 people watching, and there's 140 some on YouTube, and like 100 on fucking Twitter. And so I was like, oh, let me see what's up on Twitter. I got some notifications. And it's literally just people talking shit to me because I quote tweeted that Solanke thing. They said, because he missed a penalty via slipping, stick to pigskin, you yank. He slipped. That can happen to anyone. Only loser is idiotic fans like you. And then someone says, brother, you just set Americans back by 10 years with this tweet. And then someone said, swear. I don't understand. Yeah. Sorry, Solanke's dog shit. He's not the standard that we should be going for, in my opinion. But hey, what do I know?
I
back
agree.
to the show.
I'd say dog shit's a bit harsh. I mean, he's a good player, but he's not a great player, is he?
You're right. Dog shit is probably harsh, but it is necessary for my dog to live. So that's what I say. He is necessary for Bournemouth to survive. That's what I'm saying. People want to be like, oh, he said dog shit. He's so mean.
Solanke's the post kibble experience.
Yeah, nice, smooth, no interruptions, maybe a couple farts, but nice, smooth. That's what Solanke is. But you know, people don't like it. People don't like it at all. My notifications aren't doing well. I mean, 13 people liked the tweet, and about 7 people have responded saying that I've set Americans back by 10 years. I would say, if my opinions have set you back in any manner, the fuck are you doing with yourselves? But big up Merovingian. First prediction here of the night says 4-2, Werner 1, Son 2, Matters 1. Big up for that. Got a couple of predictions that'll sneak in first. Zapur, member for 6 months. Big up Zapur and the Discord moderator. Big up Zapur. He's going to be, if you want to watch the game, like in literally, you don't even have to time it up. Just go to the Discord. Zapur's going to stream it. Or let me take that back. Just go to the Discord. That's where I'm going to be watching the game. That's what I'm going to say. Big up Zapur. 3-4 Spurs. Son with the game-winning goal. Johnson, Van de Veen, and Udogie getting on the score sheet. 2 defenders, and Brennan Johnson and Son with the game-winning goal. 4-3 Spurs. High-scoring game. There's 7 goals in that. Although Kuva said 7 goals for Son, and I like that a little more. But big up Zapur.
It could still be 7 goals for Son, just 3 in the wrong end.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that.
It doesn't matter if he's getting 4 at the other end.
It does. It does. We would get trolled so hard if Son got 3 own goals, but then 4 for us. That would be.
Well, it's a net profit. It's good.
What I would ask, what the fuck happened? Like, imagine waking up, you missed the game, you're like, Son, 3 own goals and 4 goals. What the fuck? It's like FIFA settings.
I think there's been a couple of times where a player's scored 2 goals and 2 own goals in the same game. I think Steve Nicol, an old Liverpool player, might be one of them. I'm trying to. I might have got the wrong player though. I remember it happened for a Liverpool player quite a while ago, but yeah, I can't think of anybody that scored a hat trick in both ends. That'd be something.
It would be something. You were right. It would definitely be something. Speaking of something, Lazy 8 joining the sponsor list tonight. Not only because he's a YouTube member, big up for being a YouTube member, but also for this $10 donation. I appreciate it, my friend. Says, the moment I fell in love with our captain was a jumping back heel goal against Villa away. Lightning will strike one twice. Lazy 8, big up. I'm going to decipher this. Hang on.
Lightning will strike twice. That would do.
Lightning will strike twice. That's what I was going to.
Unless he's saying a very posh royal sort of way. Lightning will strike one twice.
Lightning will strike one time twice in the area. Was that posh?
No.
No.
Posh Spice, maybe.
I did watch that Beckham documentary. That was quite fun. She tried to act like she wasn't silver spoon fed from baby, and she was like, my daddy drove a fucking Range Rover or some shit. I was like, yeah, you weren't. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I digress. But big up Lazy 8 for this. His prediction is a 4-2. Sonny, who scored in these goals? Lazy 8. Maybe you say in the chat later on, and I'll catch up to it. But let's see who else got a prediction in here. Ronnie says Villa 3, Tottenham 4. I like that. Same prediction as Zapur as well. Stay Humble says 4-2 Spurs. We all know Son loves his goals against Villa and against Villa away nonetheless, per what Nick just said. John Fitzpatrick says Villa are a better team. I'd take a point right now. That's not a prediction. Why did I read that? Ronnie, the 3, Sonny getting a hat trick and Werner with 1. I like that as well. Tyler Barella, 3-2 Spurs, and I'll go Sonny 2 and Matters getting on the score sheet. I do need me some Matters getting on the score sheet because I saw some absolutely idiotic tweets today because Havertz scored a goal, which he shouldn't have been on the pitch for. But Havertz scored a goal, and now he has 1 more goal contribution than Maddison in 11 more games. And so they're using that now to say Kai Havertz is clear of James Maddison because he has more goal contributions. And again, he has 1 more goal contribution in 11 more appearances. So make of that what you will. Nonetheless. But I need Maddison to score. That's a long way of saying I do need Maddison to score. Scott Culliver, Tottenham 2. Aston Villa 1. Son and Sar to get on the score sheet. Another Sarcelli. He's got an ice cold Selly. I know he stole it from Rashford, but fuck him. He scores more than Rashford, so it's his now as far as I'm concerned. George says I'm buzzing for my visit. 4-1 Spurs. David Shears got a 3-1 Spurs. I like that. Norman Lamont. Creme de la creme Lamont says, or Lamont. Lamonte. Spurs 3-0. Sonny 2. Werner with 1. 3-2 Cooves in it, says Ellie. 3-2 Timo with a son brace. Timo and son with a brace. Big up Drula, gotten us with the win as well. Scott Christie 3-2 Spurs win. Sonny double with a German to score the other. All right. The Schnitzel guy. Shout out Timo Werner for that. John Fitzpatrick got 2-1 Villa or 2-2. We aren't great in midfield. They may dominate us. I'm dreading this game. I would say one of the key cogs in their machine as far as them overloading the midfield, they don't have Kamara anymore, number 44. He's hurt. Kamara is hurt. And I think there's someone else. I know they got Douglas Luiz. They got old McGinn. Yeah, Boubacar Kamara, Tyrone Mings, Ramsey's doubtful. These are the things. Hopefully you're wrong, John, but appreciate your prediction, my friend. Werner, 3 goals for Werner, says David Shear. Faz Radfar, 3-1. We already know, says big up lads, 3-1 Spurs win as always, no question. I love that. The Pie family predictions are in the house. Big up the entire Pie family. Sarah Pie's got a 3-2. Nate Pie with a 2-1, and Little Pie with a 10-5. Little Pie, I hope yours is correct. Personally, I hope the littlest pie is the most correct because that would be fun. To do a watch along with 15 goals, Kuva, that'd be fucking, that'd be mental.
It really would. It would be a first.
Was the most we scored, what, 8 or something like 7?
Well, there's never been 15 goals in a Premiership game, has there?
But how many is the most Spurs have ever scored?
Oh, 6.
I thought it was 7. Who knows?
Or in the Premiership.
Pick up the whole pie family. Good to see Werner getting the love here. I like the guy. Yeah, he does some things wrong.
We'll go way back. Oh, and somebody's got it in the chat as well. Yeah, I was just about to say Wigan. We won 9-1 against Wigan.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I was going to say Ipswich or Wigan, something like that.
Is that before the Premiership started? No, it wasn't because Jermaine Defoe was still playing.
I don't know why they always do this like during the Premier League era or why don't we just say since these fucking teams have been playing, why they gotta make it more confusing for me? I don't know.
Well, otherwise you have to go way back 60s and what was it, 14-2 or was it 13-2 against Crewe, I think it was our record win. I'm trying to remember if it was 13 or 14. 13, I think. Oh, there we go. It's just a harmless potato. He's got the facts as well. 13-2 against Crewe.
Oh, very nice. And the epic 13. That is insane. Saidanza, 2-1 Sonny. Romero, 56th minute and the 87th minute. Romero with the ooh-wee at the very end. I love that. Scott Christie got a 3-2. Did I already read these? I think I already read a Scott Christie one. You're right, Mount Everest Hotspur. Sonny had a hat trick of offside goals last time we played them. That is true. 2-3, Son, Madison. Son with 2, Madison with 1. Love to see that ugly fish. I think you're a beautiful fish. How about that? Please no horseshoe Hotspur tomorrow. We'll find out. Well, we might see some horseshoe, but they're not going to sit back, so I don't think we will. We will concede offset piece, stay humble. You already know. Where are the damn predictions? AMD says 3-1 Villa. Paul Brown says Kuva, stop getting me to stop. That's not a prediction either. Hit that like button, you frauds. Yes, Maravingen. 2-1 win, Poro and Son from Ed. Big up, Ed. Graham's got a cheeky little 2-2. Desmond. Very nice. That's a point. I do want the win, though. I do want the win. I got to get the win. Sonny, Kulu, Romero. 2-3 to us. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, Ellie. I like that prediction. A little 3-2. That's... I'm not going to say what my prediction is yet. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to say it yet. Spurs win 2-1 or a 2-2 from Lisa. I like that. Cover all grounds there, but we do not lose in either way. Big up, Phil P. Woo! Stay Humble says 4-2 Spurs. Son, hat-trick, and star. Phil P, love the show with you and Sean, by the way. You need to fucking stream more. You're a beautiful, smart bastard. And you're robbing the internet. You're robbing the people of your face and your voice. So, Phil, do the right thing. Do more streams. That's what I'm going to say. It was absolutely great to see you on Spurs Talk Show this morning. It was a little early, so I did watch it on replay, but nonetheless, enjoyed that. 4-2 for Spurs. Stay humble. 4-2 Spurs. Son, hat trick. Sar on the score sheet. That's 2 predictions for Sar. I'm feeling like Sar may get on there. So racist on Twitter. Why I mentioned your nationality? Yeah, it's xenophobic. It's very xenophobic to stick to pig skin. That I'm a Yank. That I have this, that. I mean, you can call me a Yank if it's a term of endearment. Like if I say to Kuva, "I love you, you bitch," is he gonna be like, "Wow, Jacob thinks I'm a bitch"? No, he's gonna say, "I love you like a sexy bitch." You know what I mean? And
I love it when you talk dirty to me. Yeah.
Yeah. See, exactly. At least use it in the term of endearment. David Shears got 8-3 Spurs. Werner and Kulu and Son on the score sheet. Like to see that. Are you doing a watch along? Yes, Lisa. I will be doing a watch along right here. I'm actually starting earlier than usual. I'm gonna do 30 minutes before kickoff. All right, because I ain't waking up extremely early and a whole bunch of shit. But look, big up Lisa. I will be doing a watch along. Hopefully, see y'all here. It's at 7 a.m. my time. That'll be.
You see that one about Discord is targeting us, apparently.
What?
Adam Saville?
Who?
Where's the timestamp? 11:41.
41.
The Discord is targeting you.
The Discord?
Have you got a Discord channel for United Spurs?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, well, they can knock themselves out then, can't they?
Yeah. Go on into the Discord server. There you go. What's going on with the Discord server? They're targeting me. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, I think that's Harry Spence's alt account or something. So.
Oh, he'll have multiple ones, won't he?
I wouldn't worry too much about that one. Did I miss some scores? No, I didn't. Big up Phil P. Big up. 139 in the house. Big up Jacob. You're going places. Thank you. I don't know if we're going places, but I'm sitting right here. And 140 people on YouTube, 80 people on Twitter, and 1 lonely folk on Twitch. How you doing? Good luck to your team, says Konstantinos. Big up. Hellas, Kalimera. Wait, no, that's good morning. It's not morning out in Greece. It's nighttime. So I say Kalinikta. Ooh. I know I'm not supposed to say goodnight like that, but I say it anyway. At least my taxi driver said not to. I think he's a fraud, though. Andy Wynn says Aston Villa 2. Tottenham Hotspurs 2. I like that. I have such a thick Irish accent. I thought it was something else. We're going to fuck them tomorrow, says Mount Everest 3-1. I like that. Jacob, you're fighting for 4th. There should be no comparison between Spuds and Arsenal players. Bro, it's Arsenal people comparing our players. I didn't do it.
Surely you can still compare players, can't you?
Yeah, there's nothing to say you can't except for Arsenal fans. They're like, don't you compare yourselves to me? You're in 4th. Or we're in 5th, actually. Phil P, member for 3 months. Woo! Big up, Phil P. Spurs find a way. Huge love to you and the chat. Big up. Huge love to you, Phil. Like to see that. Woo! I don't see any more predictions. I'm scrolling. Phil P, 3-1 Spurs, or maybe 3-2. I like to see that. Either way, you got us winning. 12 games, 12 wins for David Shearer. Will Sarr start, Jacob? I'm saying he will, but I don't know. He may not be 100% per ANGE POSTECOGLOU. AMD, big up AMD. AMD bought something for my unborn daughter, so he may be an Arsenal fan, but he's a good guy. And it came in the mail, and we received it, and my wife was very much like, thank you so much, AMD. Thank you so much. And she's like, I don't care if he likes Arsenal. He's a good guy. So big up AMD. Helping out the family. I love to see that. Big up Phil P. Get your face on stream more often. All right. That's a direct order. There's the Discord link. Yes. All the trolls sit in Discord and plan attacks. And if you want to plan an attack, there's the link for the United Spurs of America Discord server. I will be in there tomorrow watching the game in there. You can too. Bad stream. Ange out. Levy. Ange out. Love Levy.
Oh, it's another one of his accounts, and it's all the same, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying, man. It's so easy to tell it's him, you know? It's like, he needs to be better. He needs to be smarter. But for me, Kuva, my score prediction, goal scores, I think it's going to be a rough and tough affair. It's going to be end to end. There's going to be a lot of drama. I'm expecting 5 goals scored. And I think it's going to be 3 to the mighty Tottenham Hotspur and 2 for Aston Villa. I can see us going down early because, like you said, they do like to start out fast and start out strong. We do too sometimes. But we also, what we like to do in the first 90 seconds of most matches is just say, hey, here you go. Go and do something. I think we will concede early. I think we will concede first. I could see at halftime being 1-1, and the second half them going up, and then we score 2 in response. That's what that's my estimation. However, I hope I'm very much wrong, and it's 5-0, and it's fuck our Aston Villa all the way. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I think they are a good side. They are sitting 4th at this juncture in the season for a reason. And I don't think they went all out for that Ajax match either. So I don't think that them playing in Europe a few days ago is going to really affect how they play tomorrow. Now, it may mean that Pau Torres misses out. Yeah. So Pau Torres, go ahead.
He's an important player for him, isn't he, Pau Torres? So
and he went off at halftime. Yeah,
I'm just expecting us to be able to go and take the game to them. You know, properly give it a go. Like I said earlier, the only thing I won't be able to tolerate is if we sort of passively pass the ball around with no real intent. If we do that and get beaten, I think that's pretty poor. But if we have a go at them and we're robbed, that's something else. If it's some poor decision making or just luck of the dice is not with us and we're missing some chances, but we're creating a lot, it's disappointing, but you can kind of take it. But to offer nothing on a game where you have to win it, that would be really poor. I think you'd have to start asking questions of a lot of people then.
Yeah, I agree. And as far as my goal scores, big up Nate Pie dropping the registry link in there. I appreciate you, my friend. It is in the description of every video. I've been doing that. My wife asked me to do that, and some people have gotten some really nice stuff for us. So big ups and thank you for that. Yes, I do. I do need a Talk to Me Nicely t-shirt. Where's Talking Beer? He said he was going to make me shirts. We're going to talk about it at least. We ain't talked about it. That is what I'm going to do on a shirt. First thing I'm doing is Talk to Me Nicely. And I want to do that in the Tottenham Hotspur font. I think that'll be sick. Big up Biggie. My goal scores, I think Son, he's going to get 1 at least, if not 2. I need Madison to get 1. And then here's a tricky dicky one. Yves Bissouma.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
Open up. He hasn't scored 1 goal for us.
I'd settle for him just dominating the midfield.
That'll work too. Yeah. But, a goal would actually dominate the midfield and get a goal. How about that? That'd be fantastic.
Some of those players getting the form back they had at the start of the season, that's what we're looking for, isn't it?
Exactly.
If we do
It
that,
doesn't
we're gonna
require
beat
him
them.
to score, but I just got a weird feeling someone who hasn't scored at all or in a long time will. So maybe even Pedro Porro. I don't think he has a Premier League goal this year.
He got one in the cup, didn't he, against Burnley? But
And that was it.
yeah, I think you might be right.
So Porro, Basuma, someone who hasn't scored or has like one goal. So one of them will, I think. But I hope Phil P's right.
I'm just going with the gut feeling of James Maddison being on form. I just think he's the key to everything. If we're going to play really well, he's at the heart of it.
Absolutely. And he even scores well because to me,
He can.
he's one of the best 10s in the world. He can be.
Yeah.
And he was in the beginning of the season. Just need him to get back to that.
Absolutely.
But look, y'all, we've gone over 2 hours. Kuva, thank you so much for joining me. This has been fantastic. You're approaching 2 hours on the channel, so I really need you to get some rest. We got a big one tomorrow, Kuva, so I'm going to need you to be, sharp, on point, really pushing a shift there. All right. Someone who hasn't scored, Vicario. That's true. He hasn't either. But look, that's going to do it for the show. I appreciate every single one of you. If you haven't hit a like yet, we are 6 likes away per my math. 6 likes away from Chewy getting a bite of my dinner. 56 likes away from me going to the store and buying him a steak. And then I'll cook it and I'll video it and I'll show you him eating it. There you go. But those of you who have hit the like, thank you so much. Those of you who did partake in the poll, I'm going to end that right now with 193 votes. 193 votes. How many likes did we get?
Oh, wait. How Adam Savile's clearing this up. The Harry Spence Discord server. I bet that's a real fun place.
He has sleeper cells.
Real talent in there. Just copy pasted and posted in chat and get plaudits from the others. Yeah, I think it's saying it's Harry Spence has sleeper cells. Yeah, I think they're in his head.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like doing it once or twice, I get it. You're trying to have a laugh, but the continued staying in character of a very shitty character, mind you. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Like create a better alt, be more clever. I don't know. I could go on for hours about it, but look, we're going to end the show there. This has been a fantastic episode. Over 200 people watching across the platforms through the entirety of the show. That's absolutely phenomenal numbers. So if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube, make sure you do. If you're watching on Twitter, if you're on Twitter, hit a follow or whatever the fuck, I guess. I don't know. If you're a Twitter bot, get over to YouTube and subscribe, you fucking Twitter Elon Musk.
I'm heading straight over to the Harry Spence Discord server.
And if you got some time, head on over to the fucking Harry Spence Discord server.
I think I just need a lot of beer first.
That's what I'm saying. Stay humble. I'm trying to not talk about it, but it's my guest. My guest keeps bringing up Harry Spence. I've been ignoring it.
Yeah, I think it probably gets to the point where we're just going to cut it off. I just want to see how low into the rabbit
I just feel
hole.
like we've given a lot of airtime to this fucking troll, and I hate that. And it's like when what's his name tweets out some bullshit, and then everyone interacts with it. You just made him money. Even if everyone's right because they disagree with him, you're just giving them what they want, attention. And if it's on Twitter and they have a blue check mark, you're probably giving them some money. That's what I'm saying. We're making him a fucking legend at this point because we mentioned his name so much. I think he just needs to be banned.
Every show needs somebody like it. I mean, the Goonies had that big one. What was he called? I've forgotten the name now.
The one who did the Truffle Shuffle?
No. The one with the deformed face and the I can't remember now. Big lump of bloke.
Big up Drula. And big up everybody who did sponsor tonight's show. What a great note to leave that on. Trolls and deformed faces, always beautiful. Which, hey, well, however you're looking, I think you're beautiful. And I think 7C is a very beautiful person. Sponsored tonight's show. Just a Harmless Potato has been sponsored for 3 months. Cal, member for 6 months. Seven, again, gifting a membership. Tom Martin's been a member for 4 months. Big up, Tom. Seven with a super chat. Panda Ball gifting 5 memberships. Big up, Panda Ball. Seven gifting 5 memberships. I do appreciate that. Bobby K with 3 Spurs Boys here with a super chat as well. Patty Hartnett gifting a membership. George with a super chat. Panda Ball with the next one. Sarah Pie, part of that Pie family, grabbing a membership. Get the whole family signed up to United Spurs America. Ain't that fucking sweet? George out here gifting memberships, showing that he's been a member for 5 months, creating a really nice little conversation there, and then gifting a membership just to top it all off. And Zapur as well for being a member for 6 months, and my Discord server general, the fucking he's the boss of that fucking server. So big up Zapur. And Lazy 8 Nick, my East Coast brethren, how you doing? Big up for the super chat as well. Phil P being a member for 3 months. And then as I'm reading it out, we've got Reedy. Welcome to the Lover's Lane, Reedy. I believe you're in New Zealand. I saw from a comment you left on one of my videos already. So big up, good morning, happy Sunday. Hope you are too blessed to be stressed. Reedy. And Phil P says it's Sloth from the Goonies.
Sloth, that's it. Nice one,
Yeah.
Phil B.
Yeah, nice one, Phil P. And big up Reedy, grabbing that membership. Good to see you in the house. I know you're a recent subscriber, and you've left comments and stuff, and that's great. Hitting likes, comments, all that stuff is free, and it helps the channel grow. So please keep doing that. If you don't have the monetary value, don't worry. You still can help the channel, and I still appreciate you, even if you're just chatting. David Calvino's got 3-1 Sunbrace. Timo Muhammad with a 3-2 Spurs, like that. Just arrived to the show's end. Big up to all. Big up Reedy. Go back and watch the beginning of the show. We had a fantastic show. As per usual, it kind of derailed there at the end because fucking, hey you guys, is what Sloth says. Someone was going at Saeed this week. Few channel opposition fans I watch. He's a really cool dude. I like Saeed. I think he's a good
You
dude.
know what? I think you're right, Jacob. I think next time I think I'm done with Harry Spence. He's too boring now.
That's what I'm saying. At this point, I just ignore him. Let him chat because it's good for the algorithm, but
Let him keep walking into the corner of the wall and go, oh.
just like, what a great book ending there that was. But big up to all the sponsors of tonight's show. Big up to everybody who's in here talking to me nicely and who's helped this channel almost get to 150 likes. I appreciate everyone who's also hitting that subscribe button. It means a lot. And thank you so much. Look, that's going to do it for the prediction show. Kuva, do you have any final words before tomorrow?
Keep it simple. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Reedy gifting a membership before we get out of here. Big up, Reedy.
Big up, Reedy. Big up, Reedy.
Big up, Reedy. It says Mitchell D got that membership there. Reedy. Big up, Reedy. Great. Gifting a membership. How great is that? He grabbed a membership and gifted one. He's a giver and a
I wish I'd been on the show, but I mean, when Sean was on the other night, he pointed it out. This show has so many members. It's unreal. There's almost nobody that just comes on just like a normal visitor. It's either member or mod.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When your name's Gray, you're probably wondering, what do I got to do to get myself a membo? I'll tell you what you got to do. Hang out in the chat because everyone's getting gifted memberships, y'all. It's Oprah Winfrey type fucking energy in this. Everyone out here gifting memberships. Everyone out here talking to me nicely and talking to each other nicely. Even the weirdos like Harry Spence and the likes. Big up, stay humble. I'm glad you like this hoodie. I actually, when I was working in the G League, which is the minor league of the NBA, actually I stole it from, there was a little break room where you buy pizzas, and I stole it, and I'm coming clean. I did. But to be fair, my boss was in the room, and I was like, whose hoodie is this? He's like, oh, that's just a box of random shit. You can take it. And I was like, sweet. He's like, just don't let anyone see it, or else they're going to want free shit too. So technically, I'm going to say I stole it. And big up, Lisa. Glad we could calm your nerves there. Big up Kuva. Gifted some 5 memberships. There you go. Some more green names in the chat. Big up Apollo, Navjot Breyer, Andre King, Big Belly, Bald Head, Kevin Gary, #1 fan, and Ensman TV, a moderator, even got gifted. Look at that. Big up Kuva. Dubs in the chat for Kuva. Kuva, you know the rule. 5 gifted membos gets you fireworks. Wait. How fucking fireworks? Go. Fireworks. Maybe I got to do it back here. Fireworks. There we go.
Yeah.
That's for you, Kuva. Dubs in the chat for Kuva. Big up Kuva. Such a great community. Yes, Reedy. Yes, glad to have you here as well, being a part of it, becoming a sponsor of tonight's show. That shit means something to me, man. I'll tell you that much.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
Yes. Yes, it does. But big up everybody in the chat and everyone who sponsored tonight's show. Almost 2.5 hours now, and if we don't end it here, no one's gonna watch it. So big ups to those of you who did watch it live and direct. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're so fucking beautiful, you're so fucking sexy, you're so fucking loyal, and lastly, you are smart, you are so intelligent. You in there, hey, you're fucking beautiful and you're fucking intelligent. And if no one tells you yet, if you're here listening to my voice almost 2.5 hours into the show, I appreciate you. You are valued, and I got nothing but love for you. So here's some fucking hearts. You get fireworks when you get the membos, but you get hearts just because I fucking love you. How about that? How about that? Yeah, there you go. Good night, you sexy fuckers. That's what I want to see. I am redirecting you on over to a good friend of mine named Sod. He is a fraud. So when you get over there, these are the words I want you to type, and you can just copy and paste. Put it in the chat. Fraud Sod. There's a reason it rhymes, okay? He is a fraud, and his name is Sod. But I'm sending you on over there. He's a good friend of mine. We do weekly shows together. Him and I are working on another show that we're going to be bringing out soon. That's a little funny taste of something that we got coming up. He is an Arsenal fan, but I love the guy nonetheless. Go on over there, hit a like, hit a subscribe, and tell him he's a fraud. All right? You don't have to stay and listen to the bullshit. You can just say, Fraud Sod. He'll know that I sent you. You don't even have to say Jacob Raid. I'll say it. I'm going to say Fraud, you're Sod. Fraud, you're Sod, you're a fraud. Fraud, Sod? Sod? Fraud. I'm fucking up. But
I've said it before, Jacob, but you have that little community of fans from rival clubs. It's what football rivalry should be like, what you have there. All calling each other frauds, all calling each other out on everything. But it's a lot of fun. And at the end of the day, nobody's got any hate there.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, bring football tribalism back, you know? Bring it back. Why not? Shit. Staffy just texted me asking for a watch. Asked for a redirect, but I already set up the Sod one, so I apologize to him. I already set it up like 30 minutes ago. What's his channel, Jacob? Don't worry, I'm sending you to it, David. So get on over there. You know Sod. You love Sod. Get on over there. Tell him I sent you. Make sure you like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. But until next time, folks, I will be here live 30 minutes before kickoff. Let's fucking do this. Let's fucking grab those villains. Are they lions? I don't know what they fucking are. Grab those fuckers by the neck. I need you. This is the energy we need. I know it's fucking out there, but just...
Is that who you really wanted? You sure about that?
You sure about that? This, I know it's bees, but you gotta fucking grab those villains, crunch them up in your fucking hand. You know what I'm saying? Sing a little tune. Sing a little tune. Then show the proof and eat their fucking bodies. That's the shit.
There he is, bitch.
That's the shit I'm on tomorrow. So if you want the same shit, all right, you can find it live and direct right here. But until next time, folks, I appreciate every single one of you. So as always, I need you to do a couple more things. Not for me, not for the channel, but for yourself. Stay blessed. Stay fresh. Up the lads. And as always, come on, you Spurs.
United Spurs of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
Brother